no, we started. We started. The kid too.
Okay.
We are in podcasts, yes? Yes.
I know. I'm checking.
We are. Okay, and then let me check all of these. Yep. That. Get this.
What is the red dot on your stream? Like on the screeny?
Where?
Like my cursor turns into a red dot when I'm on.
Oh, that's something I forgot to fix. So there's a, I guess, widget or like an overlay where like if someone throws bits, they show up on the screen, and with the work of that, I guess, overlay thing that you're using with like the dot, you can break them, like on screen.
Oh.
Also, Ferraz, thank you so much for the 14 months. Insanity. Hello, Virgil. Hello, Ferraz. Hello, Potions.
Oh my god, the amount of widgets to help the concentration spam of our generation is depressing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Potions did not get the hug. He doesn't deserve it. No big deal.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, wrecked.
Okay, so we have that here. Just realized there's no redeems. Yes, there is no redeems because this is a podcast and we don't want unnecessary bullshit. Obviously.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was a big sneeze I just saved you guys from. That shit was massive.
How many fucking links do you have, Christopher?
I have a lot of links.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Hey man, they're pretty cool videos,
gosh.
trust me. I've been scouring the earth high and low for this.
Have we come to the point where our content needs to be React? Have we dried up?
It's not React, we're like showing it off to the people, man. Like, I just find cool shit and I want to share it with the viewers, come on.
In silence, looking at it like...
Hey, we can't be worse than Sniper Wolf, man, come on.
Oh, we can't. Don't put a challenge on me. Bro, I started seeing these. I'll talk about it when I have 9 seconds. Let me take a last puff.
Just the last line,
shit.
man. Just take the last line. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong screen. It's just me, guys. Hold on.
Wow.
Understandable.
You know, it's...
Wait.
Chopped liver, man.
Everyone silence.
Oh my
god. I need to put you like lower for the first time in ever, I think. Guys, wait. Can we get like a audio check, guys? Just real quick.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be. Can I get a?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're so back. We're so
reaction
back.
content of extra steps. True. But can Potions, Virgil, Ferraz, can you guys give us like a quick okay on the audio? Just if someone's maybe too loud, please say. Notify our authorities. Yeah, works.
Works.
Yes.
It
Still
works.
sounds like he's talking through a $1 store mix. Okay, Daniel, you know what to do. We are a-okay. Okay, Pog. Daniel, your mic's always gonna be shit. We accepted it. It is.
Which is odd. It's not a one. It's odd. Wait.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be like that. My computer went poop because I literally.
Oh, that is true.
Restarted the drivers for the audio, so I don't know.
Yeah,
why
your camera is also choppy as hell now.
What the fuck?
Chop
I mean,
one, chop two, chop that ass.
If it is bad, I would have to restart Discord.
Are you kidding
I think you would
me
need
right
to
now?
restart your computer, man.
I already did.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Oh, is the light blinking, mister? I mean, I could restart Discord. I don't know. Let me try something.
Yes.
Where is Video Ninja?
I'll go do some boxing, an untitled boxing game, so wish me luck on rank because I'm Diamond 2 right now, okay, Virgil? Let's go!
Is it less choppy?
No. It's the same.
It's the same. Ah, fuck it. I don't know what's wrong.
You know, I think it's got like a little bit of a.
He killed it. He killed it. It's done.
It's done.
Oh, he's Satan. Okay, maybe this works.
No. Ah, fuck it. You'll survive with this scoff thing for the week. I'll need to.
I guess.
Wouldn't be one of us.
Wait, let me check my.
Without some scuff.
Am I still sounding like shit? That shouldn't be the
You're
case.
You're sounding normal.
You sound fine to me.
Okay. I mean,
Take that as you
honestly,
will.
at some points, it's the compression from Discord plus the compression of OBS that gets mixed and fucks, and only happens
The
with
excuses.
USB
I think
mics.
you just come in, drop an elbow.
It's okay, we can have
whatever,
our camera and everything. Thank you, Virgil. Thank you. It's just all scuff. No,
The
no
true
worries.
MVP.
Yep.
You're here for the quality, not the. Let me touching it.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You guys see what we gotta work
Optimus Prime has entered the chat.
with?
Someone start playing Linkin Park.
Okay.
Daniel just frozen. Absolute cinema.
Until he comes back to us, I guess we should start up the podcast. First of all, thank you so much everyone for joining in. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the fucking cultured podcast. Z, can you tell us which episode it is today?
Episode. Oh my gosh! Wait, is this the setup?
Yeah,
Wait,
this is the setup.
Actually, I was like,
Wait.
hey, no way.
Wait. Why am I stuck in Australia mode?
You just noticed.
I thought it was beautiful.
This will be epic for the video watchers. Fuck you, audio listeners.
Yeah. So does this mean it's actually episode 1 of it's Australian Daniel now? So clearly this restarts the system. It can't just continue. We've made too big a change.
True.
I think it's working now.
It is not working. We can tell you.
No, I'm doing internal testing. Wait.
Australian mode or Bat Saga for Daniel?
Yeah.
No, wait. It would be like.
But to answer your question, I don't know either. However, we are past 20 episodes.
For sure,
like, I'm pretty sure we're at 28. If I counted right, however, there is some. So I have a lot of the VODs. I have all the VODs saved, and some of the VODs are saved on Twitch. And some of the VODs are also caught up because I know we had at least 2 streams where we had a technical issue where like the stream cut out halfway through, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure we're at 28, but maybe we're 2 or so more or less, you know. But yeah, that's insane. So this should technically be season 3, season 3 of the fucking Cultured podcast.
We're cooking.
Yeah, we are. And there's more stuff to come. I already talked about this before we started the stream, but I have an idea where basically I'm just gonna do like anime reviews, like old and new stuff coming out. At most, they're gonna be like a minute long. There will be in short form video where it's like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, obviously, and will be a part of a 10-minute video where I review the actual anime in depth, which I think you guys might like. I know there was like a poll on Discord before, and a lot of people like that idea as well, but then I just kind of forgot about it. But yes, guys, how are you doing today?
I'll start. I don't know. Daniel scared me. No, I'm doing good, man. You know, actually went to bed at a reasonable time. It was surprising. I've been playing a metric ton of Swarm. So, Angela wanted
For
to go to
those
bed.
uneducated, what the fuck is Swarm?
Oh yeah, so Swarm is.
See, I didn't know this either.
It's a bullet hell game mode that's on the League of Legends client right now, and I was just telling the boys yesterday, NCAA, that's college football. It's been gone for 10 years, just came back. I've been super hyped, ready to play it. Elden Ring DLC, I'm getting absolutely clapped in, but I'm having such a blast. I've shelved everything for Swarm. I'm having so much fun. playing Swarm right now. Like, it is actually unreal. So that's where all my time's been going. And I got the better of my demons last night and actually went to bed at a reasonable time so I could be up for this instead of playing Swarm all night.
That makes one of us.
But yeah, no, man, I've been good. And then, I got to go to the Renaissance Fair here. I sent Chris a picture.
Yep.
Pull that up later for you guys. And yeah.
Oh, that was at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Why the fuck were you? Okay, whatever. I won't spoil.
What?
This man
Fucking
didn't
hater.
listen to me.
Fucking hater.
He wasn't listening to me.
No. Bro, I was rebuilding my PC while that was going on. Okay.
Just
I
like
was
Tony Stark.
soldering
Just fucking...
resistors.
Yeah.
And Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm inverted on my y-axis, so that's better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to being +1, not -1. The yacht pitch roll didn't pitch that much, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, some engineering jokes for you. I've been doing well. I've played a lot of Elden Ring lately. I want to talk about DLC because I have some gripes and some things that I want to sink my teeth into it. What else? Yesterday I did my homework and watched. I was supposed to watch Acolyte. I did 10 minutes of it. Wanted to blow my head off.
Oh, that's good.
Skipped into the what is it called? Is a ungentleman, the new movie with
Ungentlemanly Warfare.
that one. What a good
mate.
movie! Jesus Christ, what a good movie. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, more on that later. Can you? Oh wait, actually, I'll edit that in a sec. And thank you guys for asking how I'm doing. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So now that you've answered, we can move on to our first topic.
But no, for real, I've been doing okay. I actually just beat COVID again, the 4th time now. It's gone.
Wait, how did you get COVID in 2025? I mean, first of all, how did you get a sickness that never happened? Come on, that's a lie. We all know COVID doesn't exist.
It's crazy.
It was the lizard government trying to implant us with some 5G chips for us to succumb to the new world order where the penny is not gonna be worth it anymore, and our Lord and Savior, I don't know, Terry, I don't know what the fuck, it's gonna bring upon the new, exactly. He's gonna bring the almighty Jesus back, and you'll see, motherfuckers, you'll see.
Have you guys watched Inside Job? Because that sounds like the plot of Inside Job.
Oh, is that
the cartoon? The cartoon.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was like, am I thinking of the right thing right now?
Yeah, for sure. It's very good. I'm so sad that it got canceled. And you know what the fuck got canceled for? Okay, this is completely off topic. Like, it got canceled for fucking big. Is it called Big Mouth or Smash Mouth? What is it fucking called?
Wait, that like one with the fucking kids?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Big Mouth has reached that point to where I'm like for the first couple seasons, I was like, the crude humor is so funny to me. And then it's just like, you know, at a certain point, like even anime hasn't trained me this much, man. I'm like, dude, these are like fucking middle schoolers. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, there's gotta be a line, you know? And it's just like, it's just so weird, man. It's kind of, it takes a lot to be like to bother me. That shit's yucky to me, bro.
It's weird. And like a lot of shows get canceled for shows that I don't understand why they're still going.
Yeah.
Like there was this I loved this old show that it was called like a holistic detective Dirk something. It was the agency of holistic or something with Elijah Wood. It's basically a show that was based upon the idea that everything happens for a reason, and there are selected individuals in the world that have like special powers, like the power of casuality, or like you're not gonna die until it's your time to die. So there was this woman who like wouldn't get killed for anything unless it was her time to die. Let me Dirk detective. Dirk Gently Holistic Detective Adventures. It was really good. It got 2 seasons. It was very well received, and then it got cancelled because they needed money for something else. I think it was, again, the bane of existence, Big Mouth. I don't know why Big Mouth is so loved as well.
I don't either.
It's not like it has broken a lot of records or anything. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's their competitor to like Family Guy.
Like, is it?
I would say
it's not.
I would say that's like that's such an insult to Family Guy, and I haven't even watched it that much.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I mean,
I
I
would put Big Mouth next to like Enchanted or something. I think like Enchanted at all.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Also similar art
right?
style in my opinion, kind of. So
Yeah.
Enchanted is like the Futurama. I don't know. Big Mouth is like
Nothing.
While we're saying it's an insult to Family Guy, I think it's an insult to Futurama's art style. Just saying the Big Mouth comics.
okay, sorry.
I actually like Futurama's. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just like the nostalgia of it.
I think mostly it was like Netflix answers to Adult Swim, because Adult Swim is basically the service that kills on with animation. Like you have My Adventures with Superman, which is a very underrated show that if you have time you should watch it. It's like a kids show, I mean ish. It's very good though. You have Mid Canyon's animation are going, or I think he's animating now for Adult Swim, which is super cool. It's super cool because I've been following Mid Canyon since he was a really small YouTuber, I think. And to be like to see him on Adult Swim having his own show is very fucking cool. Like, so people make it out of YouTube. That's awesome. But yeah, so I think Netflix animation it's trying to get there, and at some point they realized that it's just easier to buy IPs instead of create your own. So they bought like Avatar and all things. So yeah, because supposedly in the next 2 years the new Avatar like epilogue is supposed to come out where Katara is a grown up and anything. Yeah.
Okay. But to answer the question, guys, yes, I'm doing good. Thank you.
Yeah. How much can we do to not talk about how Chris is doing?
It's okay.
How little do we care?
And also, fuck you, Element. He said Chris is Herbert from Family Guy. And I was like, okay, so since I haven't watched Family Guy, I needed to like look him up. And it's the fucking grandpa, dude. Like, I'm so...
Yeah, but he's not just the grandpa. He's like the grandpa that's like clearly like the predator to the character Chris.
What?
Yeah.
Well, more about that later.
More about that. Wait.
He is he is Herbert the pervert. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's continue with housekeeping. So first of all, what have you guys been watching? So Z, as I understand it, you wanted to talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl. What is that?
Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm about to buzz. All right, so Dungeon Crawler Carl. So this came up because I got really into these webtoons. So I watched SSS Class Suicide Hunter, or I read, and I like binged that. There's like a little over 200 chapters out right now, I believe. And right now they're between seasons, so it's a little bit of a break. And I love the story of that one. Like, that whole thing is just based off of this guy gets this ability, and basically when he dies, he's able to take somebody else's ability. So he, like, first chapter, he dies, and then like it's a crap ability, right? Like it's really Tower of God-esque of like, oh, there's this tower, like you need to climb it, but like people start getting these random they're like cards, and so like a gold card is like, this is like apex ability. And that's his big ability, is that like when he dies, he can take someone's ability at random, like one of their abilities. Well, the first guy that kills him had an ability that when he died, he went 24 hours back in time to when he died. Okay. So it just synergizes with his ability. And the reason it's called Suicide Hunter is because he has to kill himself 4,000 times to go back to like the start of everything.
Oh,
And then like
okay.
try to turn himself into the hero of the tower. And like I think the big thing, and like I know like Giga made a video on it, and that's the reason why I got into it.
Mhm.
But the big thing is like you would think it'd just be some like revenge plot, and like it's actually super cool because like as he's going and like fighting bosses, like a lot of people would just like kill the boss, it's done, and he's more like figure out why the boss is evil, and there's like different ways to beat it by like giving them what they want or like something they couldn't accomplish when they were alive. And so like the character development of it is like just actually really cool.
Mhm.
And so I read that and I just like had a hole, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like this amazing series I'm now caught up on, it's on hiatus. Like I'm struggling, I'm in the depths. So I went to Omniscient Reader next.
Mhm.
Which is another one super incredible. An anime actually just got announced for this, so hopefully like in the next year we'll see that, and then we'll get to talk about that more. Really excited about that because that is fire. But same thing happened, I got caught up with that. I mean, it was like 3 days of me just like Angela didn't even like, I was there but I wasn't home, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, when I read, I'm just like fucking absorbed reading. So got caught up on that, and one of my buds I went to college with is telling me, he's like, oh, it's like it's not a webtoon or like a manga, but you should check out Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I looked at it, and like the cover for it looks like Duke Nukem.
Okay.
Looks like Temple Run.
Kind
Temple
of.
Run.
It's like, but it's something I like definitely wouldn't have been into like had I stumbled across it myself. But because I knew this guy like had so many similar tastes that I did, that I'm like, all right, like I'll check it out. Like we'll see how it is. And like, so to summarize kind of the first chapter and what happens. So right now there's 6 books out. I started this a little over a month ago, and I'm currently on book 6. I've been binging this. But so this guy has his girlfriend who's got this like show cat that's worth like tens of thousands of dollars. She's just like the perfect pure breed and all that stuff. But basically he finds out that the girlfriend went to the Bahamas with her ex-boyfriend and like was hooking up with him. And so he breaks up with her, but like he doesn't like cats, but he likes this cat, you know? So he like moved all of her stuff to her parents' house while she was gone, told her it was over, and like but was holding on to her cat. And one of the things she didn't want him to do while they were together was smoke inside. So like as his act of rebellion, he like opens the window and he'll be smoking. So he's in Seattle. It's like during this massive winter storm, and he woke up from like a nightmare, just some weird dream, like a little bit before 2 a.m. and just went to smoke to kind of like, you know, ease the vibes, you know, get back to sleep. And it describes it. It's so funny. He goes, and for the first time in this cat's life, it chose to be adventurous. And she jumps out of the window and into a tree. And it's like feet of snow on the ground, like freezing. And he's like, as soon as her, like, as quick as her adventure began, it ended because she just like landed and was like, this is terrible. So she's like meowing, like super loud. It's super early. So he like throws on a leather jacket. He's in his boxers, and he throws on his girlfriend's like small pink Crocs. And so he runs outside and he's like trying to get the cat to jump down and take her back inside. And she's just howling, just being so loud. And then this lady like opens her window and he's like, oh, Miss Know-It-All Johnson or something. And she opens the window. She's like, who's making all that racket? Like, what's going on? He's like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my cat out of the tree before she freezes to death. Mm-hmm. And then the lady goes, it looks like you're going to freeze to death. But she doesn't get to finish her sentence. Like, mid-sentence, everything that had a roof above it collapses into the ground. Like, shoots into the ground, like, instantaneously. And all of a sudden, like, he's in this big open field, and it's like you could just see everything for like miles around because there's no buildings anymore. Like anything with the roof is completely collapsed into the ground. And so he's like, what the fuck happened? And this announcement goes off, and it's like, Earth's like free trial is over. Your planet will now be mined for resources. If you stay on the surface, you'll have to survive and like scavenge for yourself with no help. But if you want, you can go into the dungeon, and these stairwells will show up along the earth. And if you finish all 18 floors of the dungeon, the rights to your planet will be given back to the population. And so he's like in the middle of this blizzard in boxers, a leather jacket, and small pink Crocs. And he's like, they describe him, he's like 6'4", like 220, 240 pounds, I think. He's a big dude. And so he's in these pink Crocs with his cat, who finally jumped out of the tree.
Okay.
And so he ends up having to go into the dungeon, and like the dungeon set up through like there's like you level up, and like everything's broken up into stats, but it's like fucked up in the dungeon. Like things get so dark. Like one of my all right, so before I get into that, there's because he enters the dungeon, he gets like a bunch of these reward boxes. And it's like, oh, you're one of the first 10 crawlers, that's what they're called, crawlers, that enter the dungeons with the pet. So he gets like a legendary pet box. And it's like, oh, you entered the dungeon with no weapons or armor. You're either really brave or really fucking stupid. Like the AI is super messed up. And when he gets into the dungeon, he like gets this treat from the legendary pet box to feed his cat. And it like makes his cat sentient. And she like, her stats get so high, she's like listed as an official crawler and not as a pet.
Right.
So it's like Carl, and the cat's name is Princess Donut.
Of course. Her name's Cupcake.
She's like one of those super poofy cats with like the flat face.
Yeah.
And there's this scene to tell you guys how like messed up it is, but it's so funny. They're like fighting a neighborhood boss. You want to beat a neighborhood boss because it gives you like a map of the neighborhood, and it'll tell you what mobs are in the area. And they make this makeshift like bomb and stuff, like all this explosive stuff, all this shrapnel, and they put it in a shopping cart. And they were gonna have Donut open the door, and then they were gonna push the explosive cart into the room and set it off with like this trigger, and then Donut was going to close the door, and they were going to take off. So Donut opens the door, Carl pushes the cart in, doesn't get a look inside, but Donut closes the door, they take off to hide behind a wall, and then Carl goes like, Donut, did you see him? Like at this point, Donut can talk.
Okay.
And
of course. Yeah, makes sense.
Like when she becomes sentient. I'm trying to not go on. I could talk about this right now.
I was like, yo, okay, wrap it up.
I know. This is I was just supposed to say this one part.
This is him trying to submit his book report to the teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He needs 5,000 words.
We're good. But he goes, did you see the boss? And she's like, oh yeah, big ugly ogre in there. And he's like, nice. And as soon as he hits the switch, Donut goes, sure were a lot of babies in there. So they blow the room to hell. Like at the same time. Oh my gosh. No, it's incredible. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go for so long. I was really trying.
No, honestly, it was worth the setup. Like, it was like the whole setup and then punchline. Whoosh, whoosh.
I was like in my bed rolling, bro, when I read that part.
Yeah, no, I would be too. Anything else you want us to be updated on? Anything else you've seen before we move on to the next topics? Because like we,
Yeah. As far as like anime goes, we just started watching Alya can't express her feelings unless she's talking in Russian. That's like the next slice of life Angela and I are watching right now. And then some other stuff that we're gonna talk about later, so I ain't gonna get into it.
Okay, how about you, Daniel?
So basically, I haven't been watching any anime lately. I've been
How typical
Get
of
'em
a
out.
fucking
Get 'em
cultured
out.
host.
Get 'em
Yeah.
out.
Look, the thing with anime is you need a break from time to time. It gets repetitive. It gets annoying. The
How
morality
dare you.
of watching 16 and 17 years old all lost up. You're like, fuck. But no, I'm joking. I don't care. No, I do.
He doesn't care.
Wow.
Time out.
Wow.
I do
think
care.
you're fired. You're fired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm out. No, but like I don't know. I got kind of annoyed. Like there was many times where I would start a series or an episode, and within 10 minutes I would know how the entire series would be, and kind of annoyed me. And I was like, I need a break. Like until I decided to take a small break until either ReZero, which is next season,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong. Yeah, ReZero, or something else comes out that is interesting. And I don't know, this season is very dry. There are a few that are worth. There are a few that are worth watching.
For sure.
But yeah. So I've been more focused on live action and traditional media. I watch a shit ton of series, a shit ton of movies. So I'll give you my rundown of what I watched in the last few weeks. I watched something called Come and See, which is a 80s movie, horror movie, or horror / bleak movie of the Soviet era war, or the First World War, or second one, first one or second, whatever. Let me Google it before I spread more lies.
Okay, while
So-
he's... Oh, you're
have
already
it.
done. Never mind.
Yeah, I have it open. Yeah. So basically, it's a 1985 movie, anti-war tragedy, and it's basically this guy joins the war, leaves his village, and then comes back to his village being ravaged by soldiers, German soldiers.
Right.
It's hard. It's something that I would recommend if you wanna watch it, but I won't pay your therapy classes. Just putting it out there, like your therapy lessons, like your therapy sessions lessons. The sessions come from your own pocket. It's a very
Or you come to me, it's
depressing
free.
movie.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah, it's a very depressing movie that does its thing well done. Then the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It was just a fun movie full of Guy Ritchie movements,
I agree.
and Guy Ritchie being Guy Ritchie. So basically explosions and a lot of cop, my boy. I recommend it if you want to watch it. It's basically for those who haven't watched it. It's basically the story of It's based on a true story. Basically, on the Second World War. Wow, I've been watching a lot of World War II movies. Maybe I'm turning into one of those. Whatever.
And you live in Germany? Hold on.
Hold on.
Pause.
Hey,
Pause.
adapt, survive, overcome. Wait, bro, with the upcoming elections, adapt, survive, overcome. Well, yeah, so basically, it's based on the true story. There was a mission called Postmasters, which was basically a unsanctioned mission by the British Army to sink all the submarines from the Nazi Germany era, because they were destroying all the fleets, and America couldn't join the war because America, country of freedom and pussies, were afraid that if they joined, they will get sink down. And pretty much in the same rhetoric as the First World War, America didn't want to join until they were sure that they were joining the winning team.
Yeah.
That's not me being a cunt. That's just the reality of things.
Back-to-back World War champs.
Yeah.
War champs!
These motherfuckers like join on the fourth quarter, seeing that the team they're joining is like 5 points ahead, and they're like, okay, we're with them.
You know, you
We
could
believe
just be like
in-
Italy. You can swap teams. It's that
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. No, yeah. So yeah, basically they do that, and it's very well done.
I agree.
Fun fact: one of the people there in the movie is called Ian Fleming, who later on went to write about, or he's the creator of Sherlock Holmes. And the main character of the movie, which is M.H. Gills or something like that, is supposed to be the inspiration for for Postmaster for Sherlock Holmes. Sorry. And fun fact about that guy, after the time he went on to join a different. So basically, there's a girl on the team.
Women
her
don't
name
exist.
I don't remember. Her. What?
Women don't exist.
What?
You heard me.
Going on.
Whatever. So Marjorie was her name. Marjorie gets in real life. Marjorie gets married to the real life sergeant or captain. I don't remember his name, but Gus basically. And then Gus gets shipped to another mission and dies.
World War II. I have a feeling that War Thunder ad is coming soon.
No. Do you wanna play a game with the most realistic?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. Then I watched The Voice, but The Voice we will talk about soon.
Yep.
I watched a lot of Doctor House because it became available on Prime, and let me tell you, what a fucking.
We'll talk about that later.
show
Wrap
that
it up.
is.
Wrap it up, boy.
And then animation-wise, I watched My Adventures with Superman. If you haven't watched it, it's really fun. It's basically a reimagination of Well, it's not a reimagination, but it's like the new Superman show that is basically in for kids, but for some reason is an Adult Swim.
Is it the
Really?
one with like the anime aesthetic?
Yeah, where like the new where Clara Kent looks like Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. Retelling, thank you, Potions. It's a retelling of the Superman history. It's very good, very fun. It's very lighthearted, so it's
saw a lot
something
of
that you
peak moments
can
from that
watch. Yeah. And the last thing that I did is, and it's the first time that a fucking YouTube advertisement has been useful for me. I was watching a video and I got the mid-roll ad, and it told me that a concert live action orchestra and concert for Planet Earth 3 was happening. I was like, what the fuck? Since when does Planet 3 exist? I didn't know we finished the sequel. Whatever. If you don't know, Planet Earth is a nature documentary from BBC. My favorite. That's probably one of my favorite things that I've ever watched. I love animals and I love nature. So seeing all the behavioral things or whatever. And when Planet Earth 2 came out, I started to create a tradition, which is I always watch the prior one, like just to see how much we learn about animals, how much we learned about biomes, and how much we learned about Earth. Oh boy, what a depression it is to watch the first one and then the third one. It is like the first one comes out in like 2008, 2009 came out, and it's like in David Attenborough boat, it's like, on the coral reefs are bountiful and full of species. Look at that little fish, how he swims happily with his entire family. Then cut up to the 2023 version, it's like, the coral reef, once a bountiful environment, now it is a fucking plant and a skull. Look at that fish with lung cancer. Oh, how he will watch his children die. And there's like the first one and the third one have this thing where like they tell the story of like flamingos and how they like land in these lakes of like salt water in Chile and Central America, sorry, and they retell that in the third time, and it's like in the first one it's like, oh, the flamingos have blessed the world with another 100,000 chicks. Oh, look at them. And this year is like, no one survived. All of them died. And you're sitting there going like, hey, please.
It just reminds you of
Where's
the show. There's a lot of babies in there at this point, man.
Yeah.
It just keeps. It's rent free at this
Wow.
point, man.
Yeah, I was like, where's the psych though? Where is the ha ha ha? Gotcha! Look at this cute puppy, and now it's like, aha, gotcha! This cute puppy with leukemia, and you're like, no. But yeah, did I watch anything interesting?
No more child support.
Not child support.
True.
Was there anything decent that I've watched? Or, well, I played a lot. Oh, can we talk about the Elden Ring or after?
No, that's after.
Okay, then Chris, what have you watched? Please tell me so that I can pretend to care.
Okay, buddy. Well, first of all, I wanted to answer the question that Element asked: is if you guys would be in Naruto, based on your personality, would you be a good or bad guy? And also from what village and why? I find it a very interesting question. And like, to be honest, personality-wise, I feel like we need to answer those questions for each other rather than for ourselves, maybe. I don't know.
What?
Can I add something? Is it? Do we have to follow the original Naruto where there was like 5 villages, or do we follow the Shippuden shit where is the hidden village of, I don't know?
Oh, the extras.
Fairy and Poop. Yeah.
Fairy and Poop. I would go for Shippuden.
Okay, then let me.
How about you? Democratically vote.
Yeah. I'm just list of.
Yeah.
all
Okay. Can you send that over to me too, please?
Yeah.
But I'm down. The village hidden in the meat. Yes.
Hidden in the meat.
While
it's
Daniel
on-
is
This
researching
is,
that, I will tell you guys what I
It's on-
watched. So.
It's there already.
Oh,
brother,
never
it's
mind.
not that hard.
Daniel, why are you so fast today? That's insane.
I don't know if you see me constantly glancing not to the camera but to the other thing is I have a Google ready tab so that we don't have to like. So for those interested, there is, and I'm
Discord.
in the Discord. For those who wanna play with the villages are, and I'm not gonna even do the Japanese ones because I already said
I'll
some
copy it in the
outrageous
chat
shit.
also.
The hidden leaf village, the hidden sand village, the hidden mist village, the hidden rock, the hidden rock village, the hidden cloud, and the hidden rain village.
What happened to the sound village? I know it wasn't like really a thing, but
I think it's part of the rain village, wasn't it?
Is it? I didn't think so.
I mean, if you want to be perfectly honest, there are like 31 villages.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There are.
I think the sound is just Orochimaru's like.
Yeah. Okay, so there is the hidden leaf village, the hidden cloud village, the hidden stone village, the hidden sand village, the hidden mist village, the hidden sound village, the hidden snow village, the hidden rain village, the hidden waterfall village, the hidden grass village, the hidden the hidden fucking hot water.
Damn!
Hot water
That's
village.
not real.
It
That's
gets
not
worse.
real.
The hidden eddy village, which is the hidden village by whirling tides. The hidden star village, the hidden frost village, the hidden valleys village, which is just a valley in a village, basically a village. The hidden stone village, the hidden moon village.
Lord have mercy.
Oh wait, I read something wrong. There is the hidden stone village, and then there is the hidden in stone village.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, know the
Come on.
difference, Scrub. Hello?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta distinguish between these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I feel like we should keep it to the original roster of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 villages.
I'm just saying, the Sound Village wasn't the original Naruto.
Yeah,
The only
I searched
reason
it
I
up,
was
but
asking.
it really is only of Orochimaru. And it's not even like the
Yeah.
Sound Village. It is it's the same shit that like Daniel was saying, where it's like wait, did I close it? Yeah, I did, because I mentally hold on. You can continue while I
It's
retrieve the tab.
basically it's just a motherfucker with a
Village
funny
hidden by
sign.
sound is
Yeah.
what it's called. That's it. It's like
Okay.
Yeah. It's just them pulling their own asses
Yeah.
at this point.
Somebody's got to do it. Might as well
the
be
difference
me.
between the stone and hidden in stone is the one has people, the other one has living in the wait, what? Has people living in the first people's ass. Thank you, Potions. Technically. But
I love the
yeah.
I love the fact that there is a hidden hole water village.
Hot
I
water
fuck you know.
village.
Not
That-
hot, but hole. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Oh, I thought you were
There we
saying
go.
hot water village. I'm like, when's the cold water village drop?
Yeah. It's written like this. Wait, let me put it.
Okay, but if I
It's
had to
on
choose
chat.
a village, I would definitely go for like the Mist or the Rain village, to be honest.
Okay. And you see, what would you take?
I feel like I'd be the hidden in the clouds because it's the only village that has people of color. Would you believe it?
Good.
No,
What?
just lightning. Lightning's pretty cool. That's like their whole shtick. It just also happens to be the only people of color in Naruto.
I'll be in the, I don't know, the Hidden Moon Village. Sounds cool.
Do you know what it even has? Like, what it do?
I don't know. It's the building hidden under the moon. Is the land of the moon. The village has been shown in Naruto the movie 3.
Oh, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
Lightning
That was a good
equals
movie.
fire.
That was-
Yes.
That was one of my favorite ones. That
Yeah.
was one of my favorite movies.
I'll be that village.
Fine.
Okay.
I should egg.
So Chris, will you be like a good guy, a neutral guy, or will you be a bad guy?
Come on, man. Like, okay. The thing is, I would love to be a villain, but I don't think I am like villain material. If anything, I think I would be a good anti-hero. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my answer. You guys can agree or disagree. That's up to you.
You see, what would you be?
I feel like I'd be a good guy.
For sure. Look at that guy cheesing. Look at him. Yeah. Look at him.
I would be a good guy, but then at the very first inconvenience, like at the very first war or something like that, I'd be like,
it's time to make
like,
no, right.
no. I have. Like, for example, let's say that like we follow the Naruto lore and the third ninja war stars, right? I'll be the guy who goes to the doctor to get like a diabetes certificate just to skip on war and be like, nah, I'm not joining. Fuck that shit. And then I'll open my own little like bakery and just sell bread, but have like a stolen valor, be like veterans bakery shop, and like my bread would be like war survival croissant or some shit like that. But I've never set a foot on things. And the moment like Naruto and the boys come back, I would have to like skip town because they would realize that I was still in Valor. There would be like a picture of Naruto there on the wall being like, yeah, if you buy this bread, 30% goes to his family. So yeah, that would be my plan. It would be like start as a really good guy, like have the Tatebayo feeling in it. And then be like, you know what, dying ain't cool. And then I will just go back to be like a below average citizen, like pay taxes, scam a few people, get a divorce, make some very poor like realtor decisions, buy a house when the market is depreciating, get some houses that they don't really pan out, so I am constantly not in debt but not really profiting. So I'm just like, I have to deal with like very annoying hidden leaf migrants things, and it's like and I get angry because they changed the name of my favorite character on a series that exists, and that's like kind of the height of my own comfortableness. So yeah, does that answer your question, Element?
Also, like there have been a lot of good comments. Like for example. Why do I have the feeling that Chris will try to be good, but then somehow makes a war or something? And then Potion asks a very valid question. Where is the hidden in your mom's pussy village? I would like to know the answer too.
In your house. In the parking lot of the Denny's. Yes, taxes. I will turn myself in Orochimaru. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't necessarily turn myself in Orochimaru, but if there are elections, I wouldn't vote for him. But I will have like that moment of like, you know how when people start doing well in life, they turn Republican because taxes are easier and things like that, and like morals. You forget your morals and your like ethics, so you're like, I could save the poor or save that 3.5% in income taxes. So yeah.
That's bringing my money.
So Element asks us, so guys, do you think yourself be among the main characters or just regular Joe? See, the thing is, I think that answer changes as the older you get, right? Because if you ask me this like when I was 13, I would be like, yeah, I would be Naruto's buddy. I would have hang on with him. I would be his best buddy. Now, I wouldn't be the guys who... Yeah, exactly. Now, if you ask me, I would be like, you know, I wouldn't be a bully, But if someone is bullying him, I wouldn't help him. I'll be like, I only have 10 minutes lunch. He will get out of it. He's a Nepo baby. He'll be okay, you know. I mean, Naruto is a Nepo baby. He became, like, his father was a Hokage, then he became Hokage. He got powers just because of his mom. Like, let's be honest. If it wasn't for the little fox, he wouldn't be much. So, you know.
But
Come on, the talking jutsu.
You can still argue
man, come on.
that he would literally have had it. Maybe he wouldn't have been like the god of the war or whatever, but he would have had a lot better childhood. Like he definitely had anti-nepotism first 13 years of his life.
Yeah, but it's the same as having like your dad being like the CEO of a company and making you work throughout the labels just to become
like,
CEO. But you have a certified CEO. Like, come on.
Yeah, but like your dad's alive, no? Like, and you know your dad's the CEO. Versus like Naruto didn't know until like Shippuden.
Yeah, but the people that matter knew. The people that matter.
And what did they do? Sarutobi, the most piece of shit scumbag in Naruto. I will take care of your kid. And when you find out Naruto is traumatized for the first half of his life, like, what do you mean? That kid's got like PTSD of like being alone because Sarutobi couldn't do like it took like. All right, let's be honest here. Was Iruka even their teacher the whole time Naruto was there, or was it like going grade by grade and he just finally ended up? Yeah, but I'm just telling you, like, think about that. There's a chance that literally until Naruto's last year, no one in the village gave a fuck about this guy. Like, that's some bullshit, man. Like, he deserves everything he gets afterwards, bro. Get done with 13
motherfucker came by, gave him a ball, and pissed off.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Element has a valid point. Sexy jutsu, what do you mean? Best OnlyFans, farming money. That is very true. Very true.
Truly ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Truly ahead of his time.
So going to the main question. See, would you be like a main character, or would you fuck off and start a realtor career on the hidden village of Thunder?
I would not be a main character. That's just not true.
That's just not true.
Well, if I was a main character, like, let's be honest, like, I'd be dead so fast. Like, think of the main characters in Naruto that have died. And so you're telling me I have to be at like at least Rock Lee opening up all the gates levels. Like, and even then I could still die. And like Rock Lee, like, he's every waking second training. Like, this is what it takes to be a main character and to survive. Are you gonna train every waking second? No, dude. Like, if I was a ninja, I'd be like, I'm gonna go run on water. Like, what's up? Like, you know, like, I'm just messing around. Like, as soon as I could like sprint up a tree, I'm like, this is awesome. We're gonna go fight a god. Somebody got to build everything back up once it's destroyed. Like, good luck.
I'm put some property taxes into it. Be like, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Pay me more if you want to live here.
Ain't no way. Yeah, like you said, man, if you asked me this like 15 years ago or something, I would have been like, yeah, I would have been in there. But now that, you know, I've been beaten down by life, I'm like, nobody need all them problems.
And you, Chris.
As it goes for me,
from all of us of three, you have the most like protagonist syndrome. you narcissist dipshit.
I mean, okay, it kind of will reflect the answer I have, but I will give you a good reasoning, okay? So you guys said like, okay, it's about age, or you kind of like grow up and like life beats you down and shit, and I'm like, see, like, I haven't really felt it as much. I think I am just 22 years old. I'm sorry, guys. A little whippersnapper, you feel me? But I don't know, like, even from my streams, like, I just have so much energy. Like, you guys know, I'm a rat on ketamine. I feel like if you're in that world, since you will probably not have... What was the face, huh?
Ketamine does the opposite.
You don't know the meme.
Ketamine puts you to sleep.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
Yoda meme.
Actually...
It's okay, okay.
Actually...
More like Fence. Shut up. Anyways. But like, okay, back to my reasoning. So basically, my mindset of this is like, if you're in the Naruto universe, you have like no other shit to do besides like Z, like, oh, I'll just run on water. But like, I don't know. I feel like I would be determined enough to maybe not be the main character, but to be something more than a regular Joe. Like, actually, like maybe just some type of side character, but not main character, because then you have to be like, oh, I'm super special, and like, I don't know. So that's my reasoning, where it's like, I'm not main, I'm not like background character, something in between.
Yeah, makes sense. Still too much work. The thing is,
Still too much.
if you see about it, like if you think about it, the recompensation from being the main character in that series is nothing. It's like you don't get anything from winning the war. Yeah, you get to live, but at that point, who gives a shit? It's like you get to live in a country that has backwards ass fucking functionalities, where you have TVs but you're not allowed to use cars or some shit like that. It's like, okay. So I don't know. At that point, I'll be like I'll be like the guy who creates the kunai for the ninjas and just sells them to them. That would be my dream job. Like a stable enough that I know that I'm gonna make a shit ton of money, because the amount of stars and things they throw in a battle. And
10 alone. 10 alone is paying for your mortgage.
Exactly. But yeah, so it is interesting. And then Element says, what if I wait for people like Naruto to defeat a big villain, Asudin deliver the last blow and be the hero?
All the way to assuming you get close, though.
You still have to be
sprint, bro. Fast.
He's gonna be like Sakura, like, oh, I finally caught up to the level, and then she get fucking gobsmacked, like.
And that's another example.
Yeah.
Like Sakura would dust like 80% of people in the Naruto universe. Like, you can clown on her, but she's legit.
Speaking of Sakura, something I found out very recently. This is a complete tangent. I don't know how we're still on housekeeping and we're 1 hour in. That is beyond us. We have like a whole program, but no matter what. So basically, Sakura in the manga is actually like way different. Like, she's not actually a bitch to Naruto, which is so fucking surprising to me. Like, they did her so dirty in the animes that it's crazy. Like, even in the Chunin exams, right? Like when Naruto was like omega depressed, like, oh, I'm gonna fail, or like what was gonna happen to me and shit. She actually like felt for him, and she was like, yo, I hope he feels okay. Like, you have a whole panel just for that, and that's just like a snippet of like how different she is in the anime compared to the manga. And I was like, what? She's not a shit character? Cap.
I mean,
Cap.
She's annoying,
they did not.
Yeah, it's normal. But yeah, see, even the point of Element, it would be like, you would have to be in the battlefield at the moment the war starts. And then your chances of being not the guy who survived, and my camera froze. Oh, I'm back.
Are you
my
though?
camera froze again. Okay, it's not.
Oh shit, he's Brock Lee, guys.
Yeah,
He's a real ninja.
Going back to my cringe shit. Basically, you would have to be in the battle, and there is the degrees between being the guy who doesn't, and my camera froze again. Fuck it. Who doesn't get hit by the flying rock versus the guy who does get hit by the flying rock. My fucking god! By the camera, by the rock are infinitesimal. Okay, please, someone else talk while I fix my camera.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was like, okay, maybe we move on to the next topics. And also, like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even say what the fuck.
Yeah, get in there.
Okay. So I actually watched a fuck ton of shit, and especially like yesterday, I finished Kaiju no 8, which we're gonna talk about a bit later. I finished ID Invaded. I'm halfway through Suicide Squad because it's also still airing.
Anime, by the way.
The anime, yes. I finished Castlevania Nocturne Season 1. I finished Frieren, which we're gonna talk about later also. Yeah, and I've also been watching a lot of Dexter because it's also on Netflix right now. All the 8 seasons.
Isn't Dexter another show where it's like very good for the first 3 seasons and then becomes extremely mid?
I'm on
after the
season
4th
4,
season?
so like right now, the writing is just impeccable. Like, you guys know I love gore. So basically, okay, I'm gonna give you a synopsis of what Dexter is if you don't know what it is. It's a somewhat old show. I would say it's kind of like House when it comes to like when it came out. And it's like about this this dude that just kills people, and he's like a spatter analyst for the police department, right? The thing is, he's a killer, but he kills killers, right? He kills bad people. And he works for police, and he has a sister in the police department, and his adopted father was a police officer that taught him like a code how to find like bad people and to kill them. So he's kind of like above the law and stuff. But the writing itself throughout the 3 seasons I've watched is just so good, because you have so many other characters. Like, just in the precinct alone, you have like Sergeant Batista, you have Masuka, which is like a guy that works in the department that Dexter works at, where he also does like the forensics shit. You have La Guerta, who is like the commissioner, sergeant, whatever. You have a lot of different people. You have like a lot of different pieces that just fit very well together. All the characters have like their own personality that complements each other well, corresponding to what actually transpires in the story. And also just the kills. They're fucking cool. When it comes to, or like the ways that the killers kill someone, because there's also like, so basically the police department is aware of the killers, right? So it's basically a race against time for Dexter to kill them before the department finds them, stuff like that. But he still needs to do like the detective work himself to like find them and stuff, and like the reasoning behind why they are killing, stuff like that, which is very cool. Like the whole process is very well done in my opinion. But yeah, so that's what I was watching.
So what I was saying, yeah. So the best ranked season is season 2 with 96%. And the worst season is the last season, so season 8 with 33%. And then it goes season 8, season 6, season 3, season 7,
season
3,
1. That low. I really like this one.
Season 3 has a 70%, so it's not bad. It's meh. 7.
This if Batman would go for the kill. Dexter, Kappa. True. Very true.
Yeah. But I mean, if you see the Rotten Tomato scores, it is pretty clear that like the last, like season 8 and season 6 are the worst by like almost a third of it. It's like 33 and 38%.
Bad.
Yeah. And there's apparently another Dexter called Dexter New Blood, which is apparently a newer version of it. Whatever. But yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, any show that is beyond 5 seasons is like really overstaying its welcome, to be honest.
Oh yeah. I agree.
And I can also talk about ID Invaded, since we're not gonna talk that much about that one, since it's like prior animes. ID Invaded is kind of like an isekai, basically. You can also think about it as Psycho-Pass, kind of, because it has to do with like brain waves and shit. Basically, you have a detective, but like they go kind of like crazy, go above the law and shit. And you have a contraption, I guess, for the police department that sends you to the place of the crime, but it's in like a different dimension and stuff. And like you wake up as basically like Sherlock Holmes. Like you don't know who you are, but you know you need to solve a case. Does that make sense? And then you have like these bits and pieces for the victims and stuff that you need to find. Like there is an X amount of times you can jack into the matrix, basically, and the better of a detective you are, or the better like mental capacity you have as the so-called Sherlock Holmes, the better you do in those cases. And there's like a conspiracy with like someone making the killers, and how they are like coordinating with each other and stuff. And it's a pretty gruesome anime, I would say, especially at the start, but later on it kind of drops off. In general, good writing, and kind of a bitter ending, but it's not bad. I recommend it.
The only reason why I know about this series is because I was listening to music, and I love that whenever I'm like, it's making my playlist, if I play like one Japanese song, it's just like, not the genre, it's just like, here's Japanese music. This is all under the same umbrella, you know?
Yeah.
But Mr. Fixer, which is the opening for ID Invaded, bangs, absolute slapper.
Oh, I can't remember it. I've watched it such a long ass time ago.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
It's so good. It's so good, man.
Oh, Delicious in Dungeon. Oh yeah, I watched that as well. Pretty good.
I know
I have to watch that.
my siblings have been watching it, but I haven't
I
watched
recommend it.
that.
It's pretty good. It's like a make you feel good anime, but it's like it doesn't slog. Like you can get through it, and it's like it has some innovative ideas. The characters are likable, not too complex. Like it's very easy to get through.
Got you. Yeah, no, I'll have to check that out. I feel like after Alya-san, we're gonna probably go into something else lighthearted, just because we did Fallout, and I feel like Angela's very much a like, we gotta do the highs and lows, you know what I mean? It can't be high stakes all the time, so we gotta reset before we go into something crazy.
Is like a low. I would say
No, Fallout's the high. Fallout's very much like weird. That's why we're like, all right, we need something that's like a little bit more chilled for a while.
Okay, and then we wanted to talk about Suicide. Wait, did we? Yeah, we wanted to talk about Suicide Squad, right?
I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my god, this looks so bad.
I really like the animation for it.
The animation looks interesting, but the story looks so shit.
Well, like, what could the story even be? It's like, it just feels like such a... Like,
it's
Suicide Squad is kind of at its... I feel like it went from the movie to the game, and now we're getting, like, an anime about it. It's just like... It just feels like we're milking the Suicide Squad IP, like, kind of a lot. Like, this is all within, like, a year, and with Harley Quinn being like the front face of it, like, is this not just Margot Robbie? Like, are we not just feasting on the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn right now? Like, isn't that what's happening?
Current topic is not wrong. It's still housekeeping, motherfucker. Okay, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, in my opinion, the plot, like, it by default is just very random to me. Like, okay, Suicide Squad Isekai, how does that make any fucking sense? But the plot itself is nothing to write home about, in my opinion. The characters are okay. I'm kind of sad about King Shark just being big Dumbo brain. Like, he's either sleeping, he's hungry, or he eats someone. That is his whole shtick. So, like, I feel like that's a very big downgrade compared to, like, from the Harley show. Besides that, Deadshot is pretty good. I'm surprised Peacemaker isn't that. Harley done very well so far, I'd say. The whole thing about, like, the world, the Isekai world, I don't know. It just... overall, if I would give it a score right now, I would say it's, like, a very light 6.
What I would say is this is the ugliest fucking Joker they ever made.
I agree. Like, at first I was like, oh, he's kind of cool, but the more scenes you have with him, the more you're like, I don't know, man.
He looks like Christian will design, like, not you, but Christian.
I
know. Would design as his, like, enemy in a show. Ugh. I don't know. It has that mid-quality art style. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, you definitely see the influence of, like, the West trying to change a little bit of the anime art style, which could work. Like, for example, look at Samurai Batman. Was a very good, very well made anime movie.
I agree.
But here it feels more like they're trying to capitalize on the last few money points that Suicide Squad has, because ever since the game comes out, a lot of the hype for it has died because the game is utter trash.
Yeah,
like, it's that bad, and there hasn't been any news about Peacemaker season 2, which is the only thing that kind of kept them alive.
Yeah, like, Peacemaker is a pretty good show in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there hasn't been any news about it. There's definitely not gonna be a third movie being the sequel to the one. Didn't make enough money. So it's the thing of they're just trying to like squeeze the last few money opportunities that they have for it.
Anything else?
But yeah. No. if we're talking about animes, how about we go from bad isekai to good isekai?
Well,
and
we
talk about
have a
jobless
thing set up,
reincarnation.
so that's why we're going from, so we just had like the thing with like the animes we've watched, so we didn't get to talk about Castlevania Nocturne, which I kind of want to talk about, but like we might be strapped
We'll
for
talk
time.
later on it.
I don't.
We'll talk about it. Just,
Okay,
you're talking to the-
okay,
to
man.
the
You do,
Segway
you do.
master here.
I'm a shut up.
You're talking to the god of segways here. You'll see. Watch me forget about it in the next 3 seconds. So, I think now we can. I don't know. Did all of you watch the last or the second course of the Jobless Reincarnation?
No.
Yep. Oh yeah, I got in there.
Yeah, wait, I'm reading Elements comment, give me a second. Thanks to you, I tried an Isekai manga where a guy is a good boxer and then gets injured, turns to mafia life and gets killed and then begs to get a second chance because he wanted to be a real boxer and he is resurrected into a weak body but with his memories from the last... Oh, I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah,
Kali the Champion.
I just had to add it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I looked it up also
I
right
did a
up.
lot of those.
Dr. Potion says I very much dislike the end of season 2. Yes, it's a okay. So my opinions are sadly, Jobless Reincarnation is an old light novel. Light novel. It's from like when was
one of the OGs, man. Like,
yeah, one of the OGs.
First ones, yeah.
So a lot of the points there have evolved and become more aware of them. Given the entire relationship in that show is weird.
Yeah, right.
You can definitely see that is the fan fiction of the author to a certain extent, being like, why do you do this? I think, if I'm honest, it helps if you read further into it. Why later on you'll see what happens and whatever. I don't want to spoil it. It makes the decisions that he takes a little bit more bearable. It's still shit. It's definitely a hard watch, I would say. I just the animation and the show is good. The story is interesting. Just the characters are so, and mostly the main character is so unlikable. It's like Rudy is slowly becoming a unlikable character, you know? It's like motherfucker has no self-control, loyalty. The thing that used to drive him, that was his loyalty for certain people that he cared, now is kind of like I found that Sylvie got all her character got reduced to wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Roxy as well. Roxy was this very interesting character that got reduced to damsel in distress with horniness debuff.
How is Ghislaine? That's the only character I care about, to be honest.
She still hasn't returned.
Ghislaine is not going to return for a while.
Yeah.
Paul's death. Yeah. No, spoiler. I'm not going to read that comment out loud because spoiler. But yeah, it's
just fucking dropping a bomb on us like that, Potions. How dare you?
I just think that it's a very cop-out answer, but the idea of cheating in that world is different. So
it's like
kind
pretty
of
much
just
what the base of it is.
But it's still bad, you know.
No, I'm not like saying like it's good or like anything, but just in the context of that world is like, and with the given context that this is like one of the like original isekais, and like it's very much just like the author living out like this fantasy. And the sucky part is I feel like 90% of that series, like just season 2 in general, was just so well put together in my mind. Like, and I thought I was gonna struggle more with the school arc because I'm just like it's after the back half of season 1, I just felt like it was so cool because it was like they were just on the move, like there was always something going on. And like anytime you like sit somewhere, which is why I think like shows like My Hero got kind of boring for me. Like I heard the manga's done, so I'm gonna give it a try again and finish it out. Oh,
they're still finishing it.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where it's like the most interesting parts were when they weren't at school, but they just kept ending up back at school. And so I really thought I was gonna struggle through that arc, but they did such a good job of fleshing out more characters. And then, you know, going into the second quarter, like absolute banger, like right up to the end. And I feel like for me,
it's so good.
I think it's incredible.
So
and for me, I feel like I just have such like I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't mind it. Like it didn't bother me at all. I understand that's like a polarizing statement right now because everyone's just like, well, Rudy's such like a piece of shit, like all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't really care. Like,
I mean, it's nothing new, right?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like this has been his character for the whole show, and I get that people are gonna say, well, like this was supposed to be him maturing and all that, and it's like, yeah, but like we kind of always knew like something like this was gonna happen, so I'm not like really bothered by it. I'm not gonna hold you. I love Roxy, so the fact that she's like a stay now like doesn't bother me at all. Like I get it because to a lot of people this was like held to a higher standard that like avoided kind of like a lot of that like fan service stuff. Well, I feel like even that's like kind of a weird thing to say because the story writing, I would say, like doesn't give to that, but then there's so many repeating things in it. Like he has a shrine where he like worships her panties, and when he's making figurines, like I feel like you're kind of lying to yourself if you didn't think this was always going to be an element of what's also good story writing. So it wasn't like a surprise to me. This isn't like Berserk and then all of a sudden Guts wants a harem. You know what I mean? Like this isn't
that would be,
you know what I mean? Like it's like it's been good story writing, but with that element. So the fact that they're like leaning into that element more here, I get takes away from like this big point they built up. But for me, like I'm unbothered because this has always been a part of the story. But I get how it bothers others.
For sure.
Yeah, it's more, and the aspect of all is, I think in the books there was more like hesitation on the part of Rudy. Instead on the anime was like this, which kind of invalidated a lot the relationship with Selfie. Which is, I get it, but whatever, it's part of the story, and it gets like annoying. Like it gets annoying how they invalidate a lot of the learning that he's done, but again, it gets become weird. Talking about isekais, I saw that you watched the most mid anime ever, which is like the reincarnated as the Seventh Prince.
Oh wait, before we move on, hold on. I want to read the comment from Colin. Oh, I thought you guys were talking about the hit manga. I died as a single middle-aged loner and got isekai and will live my life to the fullest by investing everything in dexterity. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh, I haven't heard of it. Yeah.
Let me.
Also, Ellen asks, what are your ratings on Boku no Hero Academia movies? An opinion on the upcoming movie since Z mentioned Boku no Hero.
Okay, to answer first Ken's question, very bad.
Very bad.
I didn't like it. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get past an episode in it, but I feel like that kind of like leans towards the. I mean, I don't think it's like weird or like bad or anything. I just feel like it's been such a staple to be like my isekai will be this niche isekai, and like even that's like gotten to the point of being overplayed. Like I feel like there's a lot of things like Konosuba season 3 peak. Oh my god. Oh, mwah, love that. But you know what I mean? It's like everyone sees like the isekai where the protagonist isn't this super OP like character, or they try to like do like, oh, I'm gonna like invest in this, or I'm gonna build up this nation by being the like kind of like, you know, like you're not always the like hero with the sword with the best abilities, but like
Wait.
in a lot of these they still
I
end
have
up
to interrupt
being,
you.
like,
I have to
yeah.
interrupt you
I just had a comment.
because to defend myself on the server. Oh, so Khan basically said that's not a real manga. I fucked you up. Ha ha ha.
Well, the fast one.
I thought
I said
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know it.
is
I'm
it
exempt from
not-
any trial.
you
Hold
were
up.
talking about the one that I put on the thing now. I didn't think it was dexterity, but I googled it and that's the thing that he gave me. So either you fucked us over, but either way, clap clap clap. But I thought you were
Is it
talking
not
about
the
that
one
one.
where it's like,
I put it on anime. I thought you were talking about the one where the guy is like a fat fuck and then dies and for some reason responds as a very hot guy who can teleport between words.
wait, I thought we were talking about like investing in infrastructure.
What?
Am I just did I?
What?
There's like the one where he's like building up the kingdom.
Oh, I know which one you mean. No.
Yeah,
no.
I'm like, you didn't catch me in 4K. I just don't know how to fucking listen.
Okay. So,
I thought that one was,
intriguing. Anyways,
intriguing.
good one, Con. Let's move over to Element
mean-
and not mention what just happened.
Yeah.
So,
To that, I have the movies listed here if you care. There's 3 movies. So I'll list them out. There is where is the? So there is 2, and then there is 3 movies. So the first one is called Two Heroes, which is basically the one where Deku goes to a island where he meets with other heroes, and he meets Melissa, the blonde girl who later appears. 5 out of 10.
What?
The second one.
Interesting.
The second one is basically they get chose to go to like of course, because a movie cannot be that really canon. But basically they get to a safety program where they have to learn how to improve their skills and shit like that. 3 out of 5.
Right.
And the new one I haven't watched it, but I'm gonna guess since it's kind of rated the same, I would give it 4 out of 10.
why are you going 3 out of 5 and 4
out
out of 10? Like, what is this rating, man?
You can't.
Oh shit! Sorry. Then 2.5 out of 10. Out of 5.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Animation is good, but it's My Hero. Like the movies don't do anything good. I find. It's,
I mean, I
movies
can
are
kinda-
always just supposed to be eye candy. Like nothing can change.
Counter argument. The ones about the Bonnie Senpai. The movies are an eye candy. They're well crafted part of the story.
But that's the thing. It's like they're canon. Like most anime movies aren't canon.
Like,
Okay,
imagine
then,
saying that about Demon Slayer, bro.
Oh well, most movies like that's becoming more of a staple now. But
sure.
like you go back, like so you're gonna like discredit every Dragon Ball Z movie because it like wasn't canon. Like, dude, there's been some awesome Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah,
Like,
which goes to
you have
show
to look at
that
them in a
these ones
different
aren't
light.
good. Yeah, but it's still.
I enjoyed
a-
the first 2.
From
My
a
Hero
story,
Academia
look,
movies.
let's compare it something. Then you brought Dragon Ball Z, right? In the Yanema movie, they introduced Super Saiyan 3, right?
Mhm.
What has come to that level on the My Hero movies? Keep in mind that the Yanema, not the Yanema. The Yanema introduced Gogeta. I was talking about the weird alien thing with the guy who plays the ocarina. I forgot that one.
Did that one? I thought Janemba had Super Saiyan 3 when he was fighting Pito.
No. Yeah, it had, but the one with the ocarina comes first, and then it's Janemba.
Okay.
And in Janemba is where they introduce the fusion, like doing the dance weirdly. And they introduce Gogeta, which is, until this day, one of the best characters in any anime. It's just such a cool thing. What have in that level done the My Hero Academia movies?
What has most anime movies done that compete with Dragon Ball Z movies? Like why are we setting the bar at the fucking ceiling?
Pokemon introduced Mewtwo.
And
That's
another classic, but these are like, you're literally drawing from the top shelf. These are all things that were like life-changing movies. I'm not looking for a life-changing movie for it to be enjoyable. I'm just looking for a good movie. Like, you can't hold things to like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z are like, if you ask anybody, they know of these anime. These are like the grandfathers of anime. You know, you can't compare My Hero Academia movies to it.
Also, I want to read this
I'm
message
trying to
out.
think.
The weirdest, Khan says, the weirdest manga I found was this one where a guy's dick turns into an anime girl and he meets this other guy whose dick also turned into an anime girl and their dicks have Yuri sex. I don't remember the title.
I've read
I will now
about it.
lurk to avoid liability.
I've heard about it. It is a rather old one.
Every movie
It's
gotta be
weird.
on Avengers Infinity War / Endgame level. Yeah, me too, Jerry. How are you doing?
Keep in mind, for me, those levels aren't high.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't know. I don't really like
it's
any
fine.
Marvel movies that much that have come out as of late. They're kind of mid, and like I don't know. I haven't even watched Endgame yet. Like I can't care less.
You haven't watched Endgame? That's crazy.
Yeah,
And keep in mind that Endgame was the very last good movie.
yeah.
I also disagree with that, but moving on.
Tell me what. Okay, No Way Home was the last good movie.
And Shang-Chi was a good movie. That's crazy. That's
I have watched
crazy.
No Way Home.
Shang-Chi was fire. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was a good movie.
No, that one was
But
pretty, but it was mid.
That's crazy. I thought it was a
But-
great movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy existed before. None of the new movies. And I'm
What
talking
about Morbius,
Black
boys?
Widow.
What about Morbius?
What about-
The Eternals was very average.
Yeah, Eternals is it. I'll give you that.
Thor 3 was the definition of
Haven't seen.
average.
Thor 4, but yes.
4, sorry, Love
Thor
and Thunder,
3
yeah.
is good, yeah.
No,
I thought Thor 4 was still entertaining. I wasn't like super hurt
it's
by it.
entertaining, but it's not good.
I thought it
Black
was
Widow is mega meat.
good. I thought Black Widow.
Wait,
the
is that a
problem
new
was the
movie
order.
or because if so, there's 2 Black
No.
Widow movies.
No, it came
Yeah,
out
it's just
after
the
Endgame.
one.
Oh, I
It's
found that
new.
one passable. That wasn't bad.
Y'all watch the new Deadpool?
No, I haven't.
Stay
Deadpool,
tuned. Stay tuned.
Amazing.
We watched it, and I have a
I
very good
enjoyed-
thing.
I thought Black Panther 2 was good.
Yes,
I know
Black Panther.
people didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I still liked it.
The Marvel 3 was disappointing, or the Marvel was
Alright,
disappointing.
no spoilers, Joey. We got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we won't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling. I'm just sitting here saying, like, everyone gets the problem with Marvel is everyone, just like Joey says, it's like Endgame and Infinity War were so hyped, but the problem is, it just like we were talking about or before, Chris, we'll talk about later, is you came off of such a high, and now you're restarting and having to build back up. And now
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
still-
now that we're going back through it, but you've already experienced the apex of what a storyline could build into. No, you're just oversensitive to things that don't hit.
no.
You know what
I
movie
agree with you on
sucks
this.
that no one talks about? Iron Man 2.
No. Okay.
No one's gonna say
but-
anything about Iron Man 2 and 3 being super mid
there is-
movies,
there is a
but
huge-
Shang-Chi is a mid
there-
movie? Okay.
There is a huge difference. Look, I'm not saying that Shang-Chi is bad. I'm saying it's mega meat. The issue is
So what's
with
Iron Man 2 and 3?
Yes, Iron Man 2 is not good, but at least it tried something new. Whereas from phase 3 to from phase 4 to phase 5, it follows the same fucking formula. You get in, you have a very forgettable bad guy. The stakes have to be something comparable to the multiverse, because else what's the point? The movie has to
the
end.
multiverse. What are you talking about? You're not talking about Shang-Chi right now, bro. That's not real. That's not real.
Look, Shang-Chi, if I'm honest to you, I watched half of it and then
Checks out. That's what I thought. Why are we talking about something you haven't
Let me finish.
Just like you
watched
finished the
it,
movie?
Yeah,
3/4 of it, and then I fell asleep.
Oh, now it's 3/4. Now it's 3/4.
Look, the entire idea that is the rings is meh. Okay, meh. Bro, I watched it on
what they were, it wouldn't be bad.
I was so little excited about this that you wanna know what format I watched it? I watched it on a 5 inches screen on the fucking plane on my way back home.
Keep exposing yourself
Just
for reasons why you couldn't enjoy a good movie.
Then let's skip Shang-Chi and let's talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Wakanda, whatever. Quantumania, which was mega average.
So I think the problem with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is it was the first movie that was like bringing in the multiverse. So like the stakes were high for it, and there was so much hype about like there's gonna be all these cameos, there's gonna be like all this stuff. Like it was just that there was going to be like all this super in-depth content about it, and like what we got in the movie was just like it was a good movie, but the problem is what it was supposed to live up to, like literally had no chance to succeed because of how big the hype had gotten and because of how good the first Doctor Strange was. So like I'll sit here, I'm not going to tell you that was an amazing movie, but it was a good movie. Like when I watched it the second time, I enjoyed it more because my expectations were like, okay, like I know how much they're going to do, but like when that first came out, like it was supposed to be, we're going to get this, we're going to get X-Men, and we're going to get like all these people coming back and like everything coming, and it's like how much can you really fit into a 2-hour movie? So they tried to like stay in line with everything, and like in the end I still felt like it was rushed, but only because they felt like they had to include so much stuff, and the stuff that they did include was super fun. Like I enjoyed it still. No, getting the Illuminati, if you're hating on that, like you're just a hater, bro. Like getting the Illuminati in the MCU is fire. Regardless, and we got John Krasinski read that everyone's been
not
asking
anymore.
For. No,
not anymore.
It was just for that movie. It was never going to be like a permanent thing, and everyone knew that. But it was like the fans were wanting it, and if you saw that and you weren't hyped, bro, like you're done, bro. Why are you watching Marvel movies anymore? Like if you can't enjoy those things, then like maybe it's just not for you anymore. And that's fine.
Look,
like people can be done after Endgame.
I just believe that there is if you compare I won't say, because I believe that one of the main issues was the phrases they brought out all the main heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely see the influence of like the Disney greed on the new movies, which is basically as they tried to put as much things to connect the movies to each other as they can, even if it hurts the plot of the story.
Right.
Like take for example Quantumania. Quantumania, if it was a standalone Ant-Man movie that didn't have to relate to the fucking multiverse or whatever it was, it would have been way better if they found a different bad guy, right? Take the Marvels. The Marvels was another movie that had huge potential, but instead they had to kind of nerf the story of it because you cannot have a villain that is very strong. Instead, you have the forgettable Hammer Girl.
Yeah, I don't even remember her name.
See, exactly, that's my point. So you have the issue right now where all the Marvel movies, what they're trying to do is stay connected to each other, and that kills the let's call it the kinetic energy of the movies. Because I don't go to a movie about Ant-Man to see how Ant-Man fits in the entire multiverse. I go to the movie of Ant-Man to watch Ant-Man.
Bro, I agree.
Yeah,
my camera froze. Awesome.
And I think like what Joey's saying about like controversial, the multiverse was a horrible decision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's very controversial at all. I think like when the multiverse first got announced, this was the biggest thing I was worried about because I've got 3 friends at work, and we're like deep into Marvel. Like we're reading every comic, like we're talking about just like everything going on. And for us, multiverse is super cool. But for like, if you're just watching the movie and you don't want to watch all the shows and you don't love trying to keep track of everything, like inevitably they were going to lose people. And like this is exactly what I figured was going to happen. Is that like you're going to end up with people that just don't want to consume all the content. Like I love that like there's a show coming out, like I hate the holes. Like I need something going on, you know. And then I'm like, oh, this is from this, and that's why like Angela loves watching it with me because she's like, oh, you just remember everything, so I don't have to, and then I can just tell her how they all connect.
Yeah, but
like,
even you have to admit that some of the ways they connect the characters are very far stretched. They're like they take the little connection, like they play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, which is the game where like you start in a random Wikipedia page and you try to get to the Kevin Bacon's Wikipedia page. And they try to connect those characters to the main characters. What series? Take Echo, for example. Echo had the biggest fucking potential. It was gonna be the first M-rated, and that's one of the reasons that I'm really pissed about on Disney. That is why they haven't brought like the Punisher, or they had to rework Daredevil and like fucking
they're
Iron
continuing
Fist.
it. Like
Yeah,
all
they're
that
getting
stuff's
a
canon.
continuation. Yeah.
Yes,
They said all that stuff was canon, so they're not like actually changing anything.
I'm very
But the
happy for
issue-
Daredevil because like that show was insane. It was so
Fire.
good.
The thing is, I got afraid because we got to see Daredevil on She-Hulk, and the way they animated Daredevil, it was
Really? He wasn't
But
sure.
it was also, yeah, but
What?
it's also She-Hulk was supposed to be more of a like
Goofy.
Yeah, but if
comedy,
they-
not really Marvel.
But
like,
if they keep, I'm not talking about the way it looked. I wasn't talking about the way he was animated. Like they made him more superhero-y. Because what I liked about the original, that was a weird way to say it, but what I liked about the Daredevil series in Netflix was that the fights felt real. It was like a proper man against man. It's like there is the scene on the second chapter where he has, or in the second episode where he has to rescue the little kid from the evil layer, and he gets to fight like in the hallway. I don't know if you
the
remember
hallway fights were
correctly.
insane.
yeah,
And he gets his ass handled, and it felt good. And then I don't know, it feels, I hope. And then in Echo they had the same chance, which was these heroes which truly don't have superpowers. They're just smart or strong. And it came out as, again, one man versus an army, and for some reason the army is never enough, right? It felt like that, and I'm like, like,
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't wait. Let me just finish, and then you can talk about it. I don't want to see a Punisher show where Punisher gets, like, when he gets to fight and he doesn't get touched, like, and he just, because even in the comics, the Punisher gets his ass handled every time he has to fight, and that's what is endearing about his thing. Yeah. Before you go, did you? Yeah, I was gonna say that. Basically, we can summarize all the Joey things to like. Did you see that? Right now we have a new Doctor Doom, which is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I was
I
surprised
wasn't
about
sure
that.
if
I'm
that
like,
was memes though. Like, is that for real?
yeah, because
I
like
don't know.
I
I know he
feel like
was
that's such
there,
a weird
but-
casting choice.
Yeah, because
That
Doctor
connects
Doom's
to my
gonna
review.
be relevant
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Get me wrong. I love
It's
Iron
interesting
Man.
because like
He's
yeah.
one of my fave. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna bring Iron Man back. I think
No,
they truly killed him, and if they bring, it will be a different character playing Iron Man, which would be an
it'd
interesting
be like
choice.
Iron Lad or something.
Iron Lad.
Well, no,
Element
like Iron
says-
Lad's a real
yeah.
real character. He's just
Is he?
Element, yeah.
yeah. Look it up. Iron
Element
Lad.
says that the worst idea. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let me find the main point of the thread where Element was talking about it. But basically, there was a small discussion on our chat about how the multiverse was either the worst or the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
And I think is. See, the thing is, even for the comics, the metaverse works sometimes. It's
I
like
agree.
depends on how well written it is. As you
Yeah,
said,
depends on
Element.
who's writing it.
But you always come to the point where it becomes so convoluted that they have to restart it.
Yeah.
And every time they restart something,
Something breaks.
something breaks, exactly. And it's like either you lose some interesting characters or some stories never get fully told. And And like, for example, before Secret Wars happened, there was this comics approach, which was they've had, I forgot the name of the arc, maybe she can help me, where they took Red Skull's brain and inverted the personality of everyone. So Iron Man became bad.
Yeah, that was like when Captain America is an agent of Hydra.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
what
it's
they
like
did there,
Civil War 2.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
which one you want.
Yeah.
So basically, they did that, and like Deadpool became Sandpool, and Iron Man became a psychotic tech villain, which was by far one of my favorite Iron Man storylines, because they proved that he can be a dickhead if he wants to, which is cool. I really liked it, and they all ended abruptly because the Secret Wars event was happening.
Yeah, but like a lot of those, it's like not so much like Secret Wars. Jonathan Hickman, absolute god, one of the best writers ever. Like Secret War didn't control everything because like universes still could keep going, and it was just like playing in that. So like a lot of those runs, it was just like they just weren't popular enough.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's like kind of Marvel's way of just like, people aren't really reading this, so the best way for us to do it is to just go through a Secret Wars, and then like at the end of Secret Wars, like everything's reset, the multiverse comes back, and then it gives people like this new way to do it. And so that's why like with the new Avengers from the Ultimate Universe, like they started up another run of that, but that one wasn't doing well, so they actually had Jonathan Hickman start up his own Ultimate Universe, and then they're just two timelines started from the same place of like this Ultimate Universe is like kind of meddling, and then he has another Ultimate Universe where the Maker, who's evil Reed Richards, goes back in time and he just starts doing stuff like he takes the spider before it bites Peter. He makes
so
sure
good.
Loki becomes the king of Asgard, so Thor. Like it's like he like just does all these things. He makes sure they never find Steve Rogers. Like he's just getting rid of all the heroes in the world, and then the Illuminati in that world is just villains that cycle as like the big world threat. But they're just like pulling the strings of the world. Like it's super cool. And so I mean that's
I really
the
like
beauty
the Spider-Man run. Have you read the new Spider-Man? It's so good. It's like
I haven't read the fourth one. But
guys,
I've read the first
I want to
three.
ask you to wrap it up on this, because like although we're in
I'm
the
sorry.
live action, so like technically we've only tackled like 4 topics from our list.
Okay, then we
I think we should go, since we're already in the live action territory, maybe let's just skip the anime ones and just go into Fallout, The Boys, Mad Max, and Joker.
Okay, since we are in the superheroes, C and I wanted to give like our 2 minutes review about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh
Since it's
yeah.
kinda hot, and my camera keeps fucking dying. So...
I know, I'm like
Okay.
giving me epilepsy, man.
Yeah, so okay. My 30 seconds start now. So Deadpool and Wolverine is a very good movie. It has its flaws, but they are very small. The movie is full with jokes that I wasn't expecting. The little spoilers that I will give you is I had a fear that Deadpool will become or like that Marvel set the same rules that it's like you're not allowed to make fun of how bad we're doing lately or like incomparable. And then I was like, so it's gonna be like they're gonna tiptoe around that. No, fucking Ryan Reynolds looks at the camera and goes like, yeah, the new season or like the new phase is really shit, but then we're getting it together. Take your time. And I was like, oh, I like this.
Okay.
The way they brought up Deadpool is very the way they bringing Wolverine is very cool. I want to spoil it, but I was like, oh, that makes sense, and I like that they took they took the character, but they didn't take the serious, like how serious the character is supposed to be, like how traumatized Logan is supposed to be. And they gave it.
It's like the Deadpool game, right? Where he's just like grumpy, but he's not like. Ugh.
Yeah, but he has his reason to be grumpy as well. And what I like is they give him time to like flesh out why he's grumpy and like why he's an alcoholic and shit like that. It's very interesting. I like it a lot.
Right.
It's like it's interesting to see Deadpool having these serious moments. What I would say is this is definitely a movie aimed to the let's say older fans of Marvel, not just in age, but the ones that like watched the old Fantastic Four movies, the old X-Men movies. So yeah. And I'm sorry, I got distracted because my camera is fucked up. We'll fix it while C gives his opinion.
I'm like so confused by the camera thing.
So, I mean, Deadpool is just like the old, like it's. If you enjoy Deadpool 1 and 2, they like took that same formula and just did it better in 3. In my opinion, it's just like Deadpool on Disney's budget. And like Daniel was saying, they like have no problem letting you know that right off the bat. And there's like a lot of jokes about it to where it's like how I see something and I'm like, oh, that's from this. And it's like Deadpool jokes about people like me, like, oh, that's from this, you know? And it's just like, I just thought it was like very fun. And they just do like as good a job as ever with Deadpool in the fourth wall. I feel like the villain was fun. I feel like it's a great way to bring in this group of people and like kind of give a nod to more of that side. And then I think the biggest thing that like did Deadpool great is while it's a multiverse movie, it's like truly a standalone film. Like you can watch Deadpool 1 and 2 and then watch Deadpool 3 and not miss anything. Right. And like obviously they're gonna joke about other stuff and like reference other things, but you can like truly just watch it and it's like fine. You know, and I think that's like kind of a nod to what we were talking about earlier with the whole multiverse saga of it just being like, what's happening? Yeah. You're getting whiplash trying to keep track of everything, and you can just watch all 3 Deadpools and enjoy it.
The only thing that I found a little bit confusing was the timing of the movie, because, okay, small spoiler, the Logan on Deadpool's universe is supposed to be the Logan from the Logan movie.
Right.
I said Logan 5 times now. But technically Logan takes part in the distant future, right?
Yeah.
But in this movie, that Logan is already dead. So that kind of confused me. It's a really small thing. Really small thing.
While we're leading into it, it does say that while that's happening, they're in a different universe than Deadpool.
Yeah.
But the universe they say it's in still doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
That's the one piece that, yeah, I agree. Like when we left the theater, I was just like, okay, so this is when I'm like, all right, as someone who knows quite a bit of what's going on, this actually didn't make sense. But you know, the movie's good, and I feel like it's almost a joke that I wouldn't be surprised if they did it on purpose to like bother people like me.
The chemistry between Logan and also like Hugh Grant and Ryan Reynolds is impeccable. Yeah. Like you can definitely see that they don't only like work together, but they actually have their own like inside jokes and things like that.
Yeah, they're friends. Like there's a lot of interviews you can see like that they have together. And it's like
which made it interesting. And like if you read some comics or something, you know that every time Logan or Wolverine and Deadpool get together, they fight. So they took that. So what I would say, and I will tease your mind, is the cameos in this movie were fucking insane. Like
they're so good.
Really?
First of all, like from all the ones that I was expecting, none of them happened. There is one big cameo that I won't spoil, and you think like, what the fuck? Like, what?
It's so elite. Oh my god.
It is very fun. It's like, but again, I think you find enjoyment if you watch the like early 2000 Marvel movies like Elektra, fucking Blade, X-Men, the Fantastic Four. Like, not necessarily to understand the people in it, but you need to see it because like. So the way they tackle the multiverse is basically they make fun of how 20th Century Fox died. That's the only thing that I will tell you. And they rely heavy on that. And it's very cool. The story is very... I had a little bit of an issue with the pacing because sometimes it feels too fast. Sometimes it feels weirdly paced. But aside from that, it is incredible. It is, again, one of those movies where you go for it, not for the plot itself, but for the characters' interaction and how the world is built. It's very good. It's like Ryan Reynolds gets to play Ryan Reynolds to a certain extent, so you see him comfortable. What I could say that felt a little bit weird is this movie had like the double amount of writers that it had in the last ones, because now they have "fuck you Disney" movie, right? And that's something they jump right into it. They realize that their budget right now is like 5 times as much as they had before. So you sometimes feel like there are certain lines or certain plot points that are just there because they had it and they wanted to use it, and it's like, here, fuck it. It doesn't have to make sense. It has to be funny, or like,
Right.
and like some of the humor styles are very well done, but sometimes don't correlate with each other. It's like one-liners land perfectly. The interactions land super well, but sometimes there are some plot points where like, okay, I get it. It is very gruesome. I think, in fact, it is far more gruesome than the first 2 movies. And I have a conspiracy theory is they wanted to show that Marvel is not having an influence of them. So they went like, we're gonna go even more. Which I liked. But yeah, what do you think, C?
No, yeah, I really didn't have a problem with like a lot of the things outside of just like the timeline stuff. But I'm like, oh, like that's fine. We could move past this. And
Yeah,
then,
I was gonna read a comment, but if you have something else to
no,
say.
that's what I was gonna do.
So Element
You're all
says,
good.
isn't like Deadpool and Wolverine like Wolverine movie is like 4 to 5 years back when Logan dies, and like he just gets old really fast in those 4 years and dies from adamantium poisoning? Because I saw like something that Wolverine is like 120 years old. See, that's the point that we were bringing. Technically, yes, it happens in that same universe, but they don't address it. They're like, yeah, he's dead here, and he died doing something very heroic, and they just moved on. So that's the only weird part. Yeah. And
Yeah, so like how that happened is there's a main universe, and then you have the branching parts of the universe going off of it. Logan takes place in that main universe. Wolverine or Deadpool's universe is like over here.
yeah.
And so Logan takes place at that point, so he goes to that timeline to see if confirm that Logan took place. And then the Wolverine he gets isn't the Wolverine from that same timeline. It's one of the branching timelines off of that main universe.
To understand how time works, just watch Loki. I think you need Loki. The thing is, they use the same system as in Loki. That's the only. I mean, it's in the trailers, but you see that the TVA is on the trailer, so
Right.
they use the TVA. Kinda, like not
Right.
really.
And
But
I'll
yeah,
forever be mad about adamantium poisoning because your healing factor doesn't just run out. Like that's not a thing.
I mean,
It doesn't happen. It
technically-
was to get Hugh Jackman out of playing Wolverine and to give it a good ending. That's not.
But
how
it happens. In the comics,
It does happen as well, but
You have old Logan, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you have
And
old
the-
Logan, but that's
and
not
the
how
idea-
it happens.
No, but in the idea is, I mean, based kind of on reality, mental poisoning does happen, and technically Logan is constantly getting poisoned by the metal, but he has this healing factor that things. I don't know, it's weird. There are many different ways that they explain how Logan dies in the comics. It was like, I love the fact that, so last spoiler, just because I want to make a point, is when they bring Logan back and he was supposed to be retired, Logan, like, Deadpool looks at him and is like, you're gonna be doing this until 90, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And then literally the next day, so yesterday, the presumed announcement of Robert Downey Jr. as Mr. Dr. Doom is like, yeah, they're gonna have these motherfuckers doing this until they're 90. Like, they're never gonna escape this. Like, they signed the rights away. Like, Disney owns them. Which is very, very funny. But yeah, so another thing that we'll watch, except for C, is The Voice, right? Did you watch?
Yeah,
season?
yeah. I haven't seen the newest season yet.
It was so mid.
Before
Don't
we
watch
move on.
it. It was so mid.
Before I will argue with that. But okay, so before we move on, since Element commented again related to Deadpool, so that it has continuity, it's like, I am curious, why isn't it like the TVA gets involved when Captain America goes back in time to fix everything, and then he also remains there with his girlfriend? There isn't like Captain America fucking up the plot like 2 times, and that's because the TVA didn't exist at that point. I don't mean like interactional wise, it's just Disney didn't think about it. It's like definitely that's the pre-Disney Plus universe.
And you can argue that because the events of Loki take place out of time, that Loki season 2, well, actually Loki season 2 would have happened before the end of Endgame, because Loki starts when they take the cube, right? And so as soon as Loki in Endgame disappears with the Tesseract, you can argue that the events of Loki 1 and 2 take place all within that space of window because they're acting outside of time, right? So the end of Loki 2 would infer that it's fine for
and until they bring Loki 3 back and they fuck it all up.
He's not coming back. There's no way.
Did you think about that?
It's impossible. If they do, it just shits on everything they've done. But the boys.
Look what the boys. So I want to hear why. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the 4 plots without Christopher, without spoiling what happens in the season 4. So the season 4 of The Boys is more of a setup to the last season.
Hey, that's what I said. It's been confirmed that.
Yeah, it's a setup to the last season. There isn't much that happens, let's say, like in comparison to season 3. There are only some few. I agree that overall is meat and some of the plot points are rather interesting. But what I would say is this series had the best character development of all 4 seasons.
I agree. Do you want to add anything else?
No, I want to hear your opinions. Keep going so that I can.
Okay, so I will try to keep this as spoiler free as I can. But as you said, like, this is all set up, and basically everything that happens in this episode doesn't really matter. Like, this season doesn't really matter, although the main plot should be like the thing that matters the most in a grand scheme of things, with like the build that is getting passed, which they talked about in the season before that. So it's not really a spoiler, but it's the build to like make superheroes like run the military basically and stuff like that. But like I'm not gonna say what happens, but basically like that whole thing is a running like plot in the show, obviously, but it doesn't
it's
really.
It's the overarching story.
What?
It's the overarching. It's like
the overarching story. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't really feel as impactful because they always get away with it. Like a mission goes bad, they get away with it. Just random plot armor. Everyone has plot armor. Until like the last 2 episodes, everyone has plot armor, and it's so disappointing because this series. The reason that I really like this series is because, like, there was a very good sense of mortality for every character, and here it is completely lost. You have some characters that just are there for like an episode or 2. They don't really get fleshed out, even if they're a villain or even if they're helping. It doesn't really matter. In my opinion, the characters that have been done very well is Huey's dad and A-Train. Those are the only 2 characters that have been done well in this series. Besides, like, I guess Homelander, who is always stealing the show. But besides that, I honestly wouldn't watch the 3rd season because, in my opinion, there's a lot of filler.
Fourth season.
Fourth season. Because there's a lot of filler.
Watch the 3rd one. The 3rd one is incredible.
3rd one is very good. The 4th, I wouldn't watch the 4th because it's like there's so much filler, like so much filler.
You have to watch it though. The thing is, the 4th one it's like the 2nd season of ReZero. If you watch the 5th one without watching the 4th one, you won't understand what is happening on the 5th one.
What I'm trying to say is, you are not missing out if you don't watch it. But to understand the 5th season, you need to, obviously.
So what I would say is, I disagree that. So basically, what I would say is like this season took a different approach where instead of developing the entire world of The Boys, they focused on developing every single character. Like you had one person that people overlook a lot is Butcher. He had a lot of very small but significant character development, and that is until that point he would listen to his team, right? And I won't say what happens, but this season has one of my favorite.
Was he though? Was
Yes.
he though? No, you're capping,
Yes,
bro.
that-
Watch season 3 or
there
2.
was-
Just
there
watch
was-
it. Just
there-
rewatch it, man.
look,
Like, you see how
there
much
was-
he listens to his
There
dude.
was, yeah, but there was still a sliver of hope to him playing or doing or like him
Doing the right
having a
thing.
certain
I got
amount.
you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Right now he's hyper focused on that thing, and I would love to say people overlooked a lot, but what's the name of the guy who plays I forgot his name. The CIA agent in
Oh,
in
the guy who
fourth
plays
season.
Negan in
Yeah,
in The Walking
exactly.
Dead.
James. Let me Google it. He deserves. He plays
Jeffrey
the dad
Dean
in
Morgan.
Supernatural. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, exactly. He is a fucking incredible actor. Like the
I
way
agree.
he talks to Butcher and like the way he reacts to the things is fucking incredible. He's like the definition of the little evil voice in your head.
Yeah. The
The way
little
he
devil on
talks
your
and-
shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, he brings that necessary something. No spoilers. What I liked as well was Huey got, like, I don't know, Huey got kind of downgraded, but I don't know if that was just because they're keeping Huey for the next season to have him like be the real person he has to be, but whatever. This episode with the dad is incredible. It's by
Yeah,
far.
I agree. Was my favorite
Fire
episode
the best,
in the whole season, I think.
Another character that get looked down upon is Ashley. How Ashley, the way she portrays disparity and like being fucked in levels that no human understands how fucked they are, is just mwah. It's like mwah. Like the faces she makes whenever she gets told
The
to get the
acting's
fuck
good,
out of
yeah.
the room. It's
Performance
incredible.
well,
Her
yeah.
character is very good as well. Like she realizes how much in depth she is, and she starts reacting to it very good. The bald one, the one that I think, are you talking about the one with Firecracker?
No, he's
Fun
still
fact.
talking about Ashley, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think
She's all...
what annoyed me was so basically in this season they had to somehow connect Gen V to the series, else Gen V would have been completely useless. And sometimes when the characters of Gen V appears in the miniseries, it feels forced. Or
Yeah.
They appear. I
They're
haven't
just
seen
there.
Gen V, so I don't know.
I would okay. So basically, I will tell you, it's the blonde guy and the girl that touches people and fucks with their mind. They are the characters from Gen V.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you see, they appear in very weird scenes, just because they have to be there. So it feels a little bit forced.
They
But
needed
aside
to
from
bounce
that,
off of each other, though.
yeah. I hated how they made Starlight just become a backseat character.
She the
Annoys
whole,
me.
I have said this before. If you remove her from the season wouldn't be different.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
think about it. Like the way they position her is supposed to be like, it's basically this X against Y, and she's the main representative from X. Yet her influence in the decisions of X and
Zero.
Y matter not much. Like you needed her. Yeah, I mean,
And she gets
the
erectile
comedy is
dysfunction,
still-
guys.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
The comedy is still there. It was okay. It was, I mean, it's the comedy of The Voice. It was what I was expected. But yeah, so the writing was meat. No, the writing was actually good, I'll say. Yeah, the writing is very good. I
Writing is
don't
very
care
good.
what you says. The subtlety. The thing is, the overall writing might be meat, but the subtleties that they take.
Like
For
what?
example, every time Homelander appears, you feel uncomfortable. Like
Okay.
they write him Homelander in every way that whenever he shows up, it's of course a lot of Anthony Starr doing what Anthony Starr does. But every time he shows up, the environment becomes uncomfortable.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying, and honestly, I agree with you. Like, okay, so basically, what I'm trying to say, just so we're on the same page, the whole season is mid, but it has good elements, and that being every scene with Homelander like the rooms. I would even say the moment with Brian, then Huey's dad, of course, and A-Train. And then I wouldn't say Ashley. To me, Ashley doesn't really matter. However, the actor does really portray the character very, very well. Besides that, there's not much in the show. The whole thing that I want to tackle this because people got mad about this, and that is Frenchie being gay, but like, I mean, being bisexual. And we already knew this, that he's bisexual from the first season. So like, I'm confused how that's a shocker. But I do agree that him just having a random fling that is like, in total, when it comes to runtime, like a whole episode long, which is like 40 minutes, is insane because that thing never goes anywhere. It feels like they actually just made that side plot just to fill the runtime, and that's another reason why I'm like, there's so many filler stuff in this season.
So I think what they tried to do is Frenchie and Kimiko needed more character development, right?
Okay, so I will fuck you in the ass right now, and I'm gonna tell you why your reasoning is wrong before I even hear you out, okay? So explain to me, riddle me this, Batman! Riddle me this. So why would you make a new character, introduce the character, have a runtime of 1 episode total that is spread across 5 episodes that you don't know, that you don't care about, make a out of the ass story to connect it to one of the characters, that being Frenchie, to then make some connection to Kimiko, while you could be using that whole time to flesh out Kimiko with Frenchie instead?
So basically, the argument is as follows. So in the second season, they did that. Third end of second season and third season, they introduced Anastasia, was her name?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Who is supposed to be the handler of Frenchie, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to leave that plot point unexplored. Why not make them both together? That is an interesting point. I actually agree with you that it is. But the way that Kimiko works is Kimiko, until that point, was only on the side of Frenchie, right? It was like an add-on to the character of Frenchie. So what they needed to do is bring Kimiko out of that equation and give her own background. And that's why they had to separate it from Frenchie, because Frenchie was always excusing Kimiko's behavior to help her not advance, right? To be the attack dog, right? And they didn't want that. I don't know why, but I believe that in the 5th season, there is gonna happen something. The end of the second season kind of implies that Frenchie and Kimiko are gonna play a role in some way related to Anastasia. If it is Anastasia, please correct me if I'm wrong.
I know who you mean.
Whatever.
I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna look it up.
The Russian Mohan, right? The girl that brought them to Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what I think they're doing it, and they needed to introduce. And the issue is in the first 2 seasons, it's the same as what happens with MM. So MM had very little development, and the only development he had was kind of the consequences of everything he's done.
Her name is
right?
Nina.
Like Nina, thank you, Nina. What did I say? Anastasia, whatever.
Oh, it's a Russian name, I guess.
Yeah,
Just a fun name, you know.
Yeah, just a fun name. But yeah, so Nina, yeah. So basically, MM fucked.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about MM. He also redeeming part of the show. MM was done so great.
Yes. See, exactly, that's what I mean. It's like MM didn't have much of a character development, but what he had was the consequences of every action that he's taken and what it leads to him, right? The same with A-Train. A-Train was a character that was supposed to, like, if you read A-Train in the comics, is completely different, but here A-Train actually feels like a real good character. The same with the Deep. The Deep is one of the characters that gets absolutely no development, but every time he opens his mouth, he's a dumbass and he does something to make you laugh. And the fact that they got Tilda Swinton to voice a completely side character in the most weird, fucked up way is incredible. I love the fact that Noir, fun fact, Noir is narcoleptic just because the actor is narcoleptic. Not that doesn't play around. I just love that he is narcoleptic. But yeah, so it's
I
very
want to
good.
shit on Noir, but I don't want to spoil it. How do I do that?
You can't. That's why I haven't talked about Noir.
Oh, I'm just so
Noir's back in season 4.
yeah.
Yes.
It's
So are
But
they
is
going
it-
to do?
that's why I'm like,
Interesting.
so you
Interesting.
fucking kill him, and he's back, but it's not him, and it's
Thank you for
dumb.
spoiling.
But do
Why?
they? Because I know in the comics, Noir is someone else.
Yeah, Noir
yeah,
was
he's
the
right,
clone
yeah.
of
Yeah.
Homelander, not in this though.
Okay, so that's not okay. I wasn't sure.
So
That's
so
like what they were
basically, the
getting
way
to.
they bring Noir is in the most capitalistic way.
Yeah,
right?
very PR way, you know.
Yeah. No spoilers, Jesus. Exactly. Chris didn't
I
just
mean,
spoil
no, that's
the,
from season
the
3.
comics.
Yeah,
And
season
did-
3.
didn't
you
he-
know what
no,
happens
but
to Noir.
Chris just went up and spoiled the entire fucking comics.
No. Oh, well, who cares
Oh.
about the comics?
Whatever.
The
Yeah.
comics are not. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, the comics are shit.
The show is better. Like
Yeah.
Chris, control your urge to spoil. Why? What a man.
Comics of the Boys is super mid.
More than his Deadpool, as Element says, Noir is not Deadpool. Noir will be the equivalent of like Daredevil,
It's
like
actually
silent
it's
and just killing.
it's very interesting because I've seen like the parallels for like what character would be what in what universe. So for example, I can't name drop this character. Fucking hell, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, never mind. Move on.
Yeah. Aside from that, I don't know. The only thing that I would say that is a very bad for the show is certain scenes that were supposed to feel serious felt not serious. Like something happens to Huey at some point, and it okay. So something happens to Huey, and then he reacts in a different way, and the way he reacts should feel far more traumatizing than it is, and instead it's just a joke, which
agree.
felt odd.
And I'm gonna add to your point, and I'm gonna say that whole thing is another reason why I'm like fuck Starlight this whole season as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
of how
I
she
agree with
plays
you.
into it, and like how I don't think from like how they built her up throughout the 3 seasons. I honestly don't think that's how she would react if it was written properly.
Right.
Yeah. It is definitely a season of more. As I said, the main focus of the season wasn't to develop the world, was to develop every character.
Yeah, and tying up loose ends when you can, I would say.
But they needed, a vehicle to do it. I found it fucking stupid how they used January 6th. That was a very dumb plot point.
Wait, who?
January 6th. The American Insurrection Day.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Storm the Capitol.
I won't spoil it how they use it, but it felt just like, come on. Low hanging fruit, that's the lowest of the hanging fruits. You can write something better.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. And the next season is supposed to be the last one, which is
Right.
interesting.
Good riddance. No, I think the next season is gonna be gas.
I hope.
I
Okay.
haven't seen 4, but like if it's going up to like they're following loosely the plot lines, like doing
Yeah.
things differently than the comic. But this next season is gonna be like
Yeah.
fire.
All
if
right.
it's
I'll-
gonna follow.
I'll believe you. But like the
Bro,
thing is,
so
like, although I hope that it's gonna be like you say, with just how the writing was in season 4, I am just so skeptical, and I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe.
From
The
what
thing
it
is-
sounds like, it just sounds like it's a segue to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yes,
because
it is like
hits
that.
the fan. There's gonna be like no story development in the next one. It's gonna be
Every-
like hold the fuck on. Like
Well,
it's gonna
also,
be like-
okay, guys, I'm gonna ask you this, and there's also a question for chat. But what do you think is gonna happen in season 5? Because the only thing that I honestly wanted to share was like, okay, I think Queen Maeve is coming back 1,000,000%.
So
oh, for sure.
two things.
For sure.
I will answer to that, and the next one is so basically every show has a season setup. Take for example The Walking Dead season, the one before every character dies at the prison. I think it's season 4, and then they all die in season 5. Fuck it, the season is almost 10 years old. It's on you if you haven't watched it.
I can't believe you spoiled this for
How
me.
dare
The rule of over like the time has passed. The season is almost 10 years old. It's on you, motherfucker. But basically, they used that season to like set them off in the prison, and it was very low. It was very boring, and then
Very slow,
the next
yeah.
season came up, and everything went to shit. The same happened on Supernatural. The 3rd season is very mid, and then the 4th season.
I thought
Yeah.
season 3. I thought the first 4 seasons were gas.
Look, yes.
Damn.
Okay, so you're speaking with someone that has watched the 15th season of Supernatural multiple
There's
times.
15 seasons?
I stopped
And
at
I've
9,
watched,
bro.
and I've watched every season at least 3 times.
That's
So
crazy.
believe me. So the first 4 seasons were supposed to be the original series. So Supernatural wasn't supposed to have 15 seasons. It was supposed to have only 14 seasons. The first 2 seasons are very good building characters. Fucking fucking Morgan. He's such a good character. Whatever. And the third season is again, fuck you. The season is almost 20. The 4th season is almost 20 years old. So go fuck yourself. Well, they use the 3rd season to set up the apocalypse in the 4th season, and the 3rd season, the only difference is Supernatural works episodically, so they can do like episodes where they just feed you a little bit, but it felt more boring than the 4th one. And then in the 4th one, they will full gas.
Right.
But yeah. And then my prediction is apparently James Padalecki, the guy who plays
Yes.
Sam's in Supernatural, just got a role for season
Yeah,
5.
the director wanted to collect all the Pokemons, he said in an interview for
Yeah.
like the Supernatural
They
show.
they just fucking forgot about Misha, but Misha is, I think, doing a documentary in the Ukraine, so please God, let him survive, whatever.
I say
yeah,
season
so-
5 Deep gets a new squid. Says
Yeah.
Element.
Bruh, so good. But I say
Finally.
season 5, it's gonna be, I think the way they're gonna do is they're gonna use both the plots from Gen B and the season 4, which I won't spoil, and that's gonna be like a failed plan, and it's not gonna work, and like the boys will have, and like either Hugh will have to take Compound B again, and become a soup to like contrarrest all the alternatives failing. I say Butcher is gonna kick the bucket. That's how the show is gonna end. It's like with him kicking the bucket.
I hope it does. However, I
He's,
have another theory.
I
Okay.
think Homelander is not gonna die. Instead, they're gonna find a way to take his powers away and make him a normal human.
Ooh.
That would be more satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way they're fuck. I need to explain it, but I can't.
I know,
So-
it's infuriating.
The thing that they found in the 4th season, I think, is gonna go wrong, and instead of doing what it is supposed to do, it's gonna work less, and they're gonna refine it so that instead of doing the thing that it's supposed to do, it will just do something else, and that something else will react bad, and Homelander will lose his powers, and he will die of old age. Because that's another plot that gets overlooked in the season 4. Is like Homelander is actually aging,
Yeah.
which is something he hates. But yeah.
Also, okay, so a theory that I got is also, I'm gonna dance around spoilers here again, but okay, so Butcher, so he is not using the V anymore, right? But something else happens to him, and he gets a different type of power, I guess, if I would say what it is. So I think the way they made his power is they're gonna do something, and I hope it doesn't happen. I strongly hope it doesn't happen. But the way where it is and the way how it looks, I think they're gonna try to save him somehow with like cutting out like the tumor in his brain, you know, or something. That was in
It
season
doesn't
3,
work like
so no spoiler.
If you watch season 4, I will just spoil one location that will
Yes.
mean nothing for you guys. What happens in the barn
Yeah.
directly rejects what you're talking about.
I knew
Think
it.
about what happens in the barn with the sheep.
Old
Yeah.
McDonald's, bro.
Technically, that's the same thing that Butcher has.
But like it's right here. Like I don't know. It's...
And where did the ones for the... Okay, so not those but okay, later on, this is not a spoiler, but they found a dead ship, right?
Right.
And that dead ship, something happened to that dead ship.
I don't remember.
And I think the same thing is going to happen to Butcher.
Okay, I'm gonna
Either
rewatch
that,
that.
or they're gonna find a cure to stop that from happening to Butcher.
Okay,
The
yeah.
ship were unstable.
But I think
Yes. So basically, without spoiling much, the ship had. It's in the trailer. Fuck you. So basically, the ship had some type of compound V. It was the same compound V that Butcher and Huey had.
yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I hope he dies.
yeah, he will.
I think
That's
most
definitely
people
what
are going to die. I think there's going to be very few people alive at the end of this.
The only people I honestly want to live is Kimiko, Huey, and MM. Honestly, only those 3 characters.
I would love for them to live. I think it's going to be Huey.
Yeah.
And that's a maybe. I think there's a world that they all die.
I think only
I've been
I
to
know,
one
I know,
universes.
for some reason I think the only ones that are gonna survive is gonna be Huey, Starlight for some fucking reason. And then A-Train is either gonna fucking kick the bucket or he's gonna
A-Train's
survive.
gonna have a super dramatic death. Bro.
Yeah, I
And the
think so
way they're
too.
gonna fucking do it,
super
the Deep is
dramatic.
gonna survive. I'm sure of it. The
Nah,
Deep is gonna
I
go.
think he is,
Deep's
yeah.
Deep's gonna get like some comedic death, and I think A-Train's gonna have something to do with like either them killing Homelander or taking his powers, one of the two at the end, or the direct fight with Butcher. I think,
Yeah.
I think Butcher's final boss.
Yeah, I think Ryan is gonna play somewhat of a role.
Oh yeah,
But again,
No,
Ryan's
dead too.
Ryan's dead too.
Throw him in. I'm throwing him in there.
Honestly,
I think he's gonna die.
yeah.
Oh my God, Ryan's the one that fights with Homelander in season
No,
5. That's
what
my
I think.
prediction.
What
I
I
don't
think
think so.
is, in fact,
Alright.
Ryan is gonna get killed by either Soldier Boy
Or Butcher.
or whoever Sam Padelki is gonna play,
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
right.
and then that is gonna make Homelander and Butcher get together to kill Soldier Boy. And
Oh,
then after
shit.
Soldier Boy gets
Oh
after
shit!
Soldier Boy gets killed, Butcher and Homelander are gonna fight. Because
Have you
Soldier
thought
Boy is
about
the
being a
last.
story writer, man? Holy moly! What is this?
Soldier Boy is the last confirmed loose end
Right.
because he technically wakes up, or they're gonna wake him up.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think they would...
Element says, I think
Yeah. Go on.
I think there will be a lot of compound B used in 5th season, and it will be like Herogasm, but violent version where everyone just fights and will feel like Ryan will defeat his dad. Yes, dealing the last blow, and Huey dies 200%. Now Huey won't die.
I don't think
Huey's
Huey will
got
die.
the biggest survival chance out of everybody.
He does, yeah.
Huey's the one that is
Right now.
gonna survive. There's no way they're killing Huey.
I
What
feel
I
like there's
think-
5% chance, but
I feel like there's a chance, but it's gonna be like he's gonna be the last one to die.
yeah.
They need someone to survive.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be some like the trail of fucked up shit ends here, and Huey's like the last end, but it's like a
Yes.
decision he makes on his own. Like he could survive, but he's like, oh, maybe the world's better off without him.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Hmm.
So the interesting thing is, since doesn't matter, since the comic is old as well, the way that the comic ends is because the writer has a huge orgasm for America, is basically the military kills most of the superheroes, right? That's how it ends. But in this world, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because most of these heroes, for some reason, have like bulletproof things.
Again, yeah.
So that plot is interesting. I want to see how they go around it, because technically
Right.
there is a bunch of soups in the world,
Yeah.
and most of them survive bullets. So it's gonna be interesting how they do it. Yeah.
Anything else about this topic?
I don't know what. I feel like everyone thinks, oh, Huey will survive, and there will be like, what the fuck do they kill you? I think I agree with you, Element, but I think they have to make someone from the group survive so that it feels like it's something earned?
I honestly, it's weird because like I don't think they will kill Huey, and the reason for it is honestly, in my opinion, his death wouldn't be as impactful as MM's death, for example.
The first people that die, I don't agree
I don't
with
know.
that.
Huey will
If
not
you
be
kill him
killed.
early in the
Nah.
season,
No.
it would like take
So-
away so much from the show.
So the way that this season ended, we know that they're definitely not going to. How do I put this without a thing? I think what is going to happen is that for the first half of the season, we're not gonna see Huey.
Yeah. I know about
Yeah.
that. I saw they posted something on their YouTube channel. They're like bought international.
Yeah.
So I
if
got
you
that
saw the
bit
post,
spoiled.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I think that for the first half of the season, it's gonna be like not Huey, and it's only gonna be Butcher doing Butcher shit.
I think Butcher, A-Train, and Starlight is what we're gonna see.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like. What I hope it happens is that Butcher brings Starlight to his level, and they all go
Ooh.
bonkers. That would be interesting.
Okay.
But
do we move on? Okay.
technically, before you go,
Yeah.
what I was gonna play a huge role is Gen V season 2 is supposed to come out between now and the 5th season. So, and Gen V is gonna have a bunch of like plot-related things.
Ooh, I also know that like one of the actors for Gen V died in a motorcycle accident. So there have been some things going on about that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something bad happens,
Okay.
he will be like, fuck this, it's enough. I gotta save the shit, and he gonna doze the fuck up and kill everyone, cyberpsychosis, but Compound V. Nah, I mean, to be honest,
Nah.
I don't think... okay, guys, if Huey would get another power, what kind of power would it be? Like,
Invisibility.
just like, you know who?
Yeah, like transparent, like what's his name? The guy
No,
who
I
gets
was
the-
thinking about someone in the hospital.
No. I think it will be more of a because technically, ideally, the power you get represents
Your personality. Yeah,
right. But like, see, in the comics, is everyone gets super strength. Like
Right,
all the
it's just part of
superheroes
it.
get
Right.
super. It's what you get. Everything else comes extra.
Right.
So yeah, Huey probably will get like invincibility or like because we know he had teleportation.
Right.
He will get something along like that, or like metal skin or something.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
not his
he's
style, I
grown.
don't think.
Colossus.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
something
say,
like
like,
that,
bro,
Go
what,
on.
super speed?
They already have A-Train. They wouldn't do that.
They're
That would
like,
be the
"You're
third
me,
speedster."
but different.
And
Yeah.
if you could teleport, you need super speed.
Right.
But yeah, so Chris, what else do you have in mind for us?
We can actually look through the topics, but we had game topics that we didn't tackle yet, and besides that, well, the other live actions, we had Fallout, Borderlands, Dr. House, Like a Dragon, Yakuza live action, Mad Max Furiosa, and Joker.
You talk about the Borderlands live action. I haven't seen anything and I am interested.
Really?
Well, while you do that,
Okay, I'm gonna
go
let
to
the
the
trailer
bathroom
play in the
quickly.
background as I talk about it as well. Okay, so you guys read some questions in
Fuck,
chat while I
my camera
do the
just
trailer.
got damn it.
Oh.
I'll try to fix my camera, but I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Trying to tell me your camera just got fucked? Let's see what we got.
Okay, whoa. I think my PC just froze.
Oh,
God, I hate this planet.
Okay, intriguing. My PC is like bugging.
Bugging.
Wait, how is the stream? Oh, I'm just like comatose in there. Okay. Camera got fucked.
Yeah,
I
it's
barely
like,
know her.
round 2 of
Oh
Sir Danny.
no. Encoding overload. Oh boy.
Wow.
What happened? Is it because I opened up a trailer? It's not better. Hmm.
Oh.
Constant 2 FPS. What's up with that? Oh, what's
Who
happening?
done it?
Wait, let me close all my Chrome. Oh, wait, but if I do that, your camera is gonna go away. Wait. Okay, wait, we gotta do this
true.
just real quick.
Mhm.
Leave.
Help me, I am underwater.
It's not helping. Intriguing. Okay, we're gonna restart the stream real quick. I'm actually gonna restart OBS.
R.I.P.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We are back at it again. I think. I hope. Gonna have to get the tabs from this back.
There it goes. Look at us. We're moving in real time.
Let me close this and this, I guess. Okay. Perfect. Amazing. Guys, we should be back. Thank you so much for bearing with us through these trying times. What? Okay. Borderlands show trailer. If it fucks it up again, you know it's cursed. Okay, it's fine. Epic. So, we would go to this screen, but currently Daniel is indisposed. Don't worry about it, though. He is not important right now.
I remember him like it was yesterday.
Spotify. Oh, not Spotify. Borderlands. Okay, wait. Let me also share my screen on the Borderlands thing so you can hear it as well. Application, and that would be this. Can you see
There
it?
you go. It should work.
Hello, welcome back. Can you guys see the Borderlands tab, like with the YouTube?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, amazing.
I had to do some magic.
Yo, me too. Our stream like froze. It was 2 FPS. I had to restart OBS, man.
Yeah.
It's all your fault.
I think this video ninja shit is fucking thing us up.
I don't know. It's weird. Also, Tom, welcome to the stream as well. But so I'm gonna let the trailer play on loop. I'm gonna keep it muted though. So actually, wait. Let me keep the songs right here. The trailer itself, it doesn't look bad by any means. It's just like some characters I really don't like how they look like. And we got another trailer, and I was really happy with how they did the psychos. Because at first I was like, okay, there's only like one psycho, which is like the psycho from the third Borderlands game, like one of the bosses. And I was like, damn, what is this story even about? You also kind of miss some characters, like for example, you have Roland, you have Lilith, but then you have characters like Tiny Tina, and you have, in this trailer, you have Krieg. And then, for example, you don't have characters like Maya, you don't have Axton. In general, the cinematography is very good. Like, for example, as you could see, like this panel right here, with the, hold on, it's also amazing with the racks. You had this panel right here. Like, you can't tell me that these fucking psychos don't look insane. Like, that is so well made. Like, it's straight out of the third game. Hey, Claptrap looks good. Yes, when it comes to like how pretty the actual show looks like, it looks amazing. However, I have problems with two characters, as I said, that being Lilith and also Tannis. I don't know why, but Lilith and Tannis are for some reason old as hell. While, like, you know, in the games, Lilith is the hot redhead that is just fucking furious and mad at everything, and Roland is like the calm and collected guy. And here, he's also being played by Kevin Hart, which I'm still like kind of iffy about. Because like, when you see Kevin Hart, you know what he's about, you know? You know what characters he plays, so I'm kind of curious as to how he plays Roland. Besides that, not really any problems with it. It looks good. I'm very hopeful. I just hope it's actually done well. Stream died again.
Yes.
What do you mean stream died?
No. I think he means before it.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, it kicked the back. Dr. Potion says I'm on the fence if Kevin Hart makes a good role.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I said. Yeah. Your guys' reactions. Anything you guys want to add? Oh yeah. Also, Jack Black is in it, as you saw.
Yes, his clap track. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think depends. I don't know. Do we know how long is it going to be?
No.
So we just know that it's gonna be either one or multiple Borderlands. Is it a movie, right?
I thought this one was a movie. Wait, let me quickly check.
This one is a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe for the movie it would be enough if they just like loosely base themselves on. I don't want them to follow the plot of Borderlands, right? I'll be okay if they do something like the plot of Borderlands, but they don't focus on it. I think that would be far better than just following the story of it.
I agree. It's just that like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like fighting with the continuity because like we have, as you can see, we have Roland, we have Tannis, we have Tiny Tina, we have Lilith, and then you have Krieg, which is one of the last members. Like, out of all the characters I would love to see is actually all the characters from the second game, which would be Krieg, you have the Necromancer girl, what's her name?
Dr. Potion says, also worried that they make it so family friendly that they remove what makes Borderlands, so they might end becoming a movie that was designed to not get people mad and make as much money. So every movie ever made. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I agree. I think at this point they're gonna play it safe because, as you see, it's not a cheap movie to make.
Yeah, it looks very. And it's made by producer of Uncharted, Spider-Man, and something else that said that right there.
And
so
Venom.
I'm like,
Venom. Yeah.
yeah.
I think.
If I don't hear them say midget at least once, I'd be sad.
I mean, they won't. Keep in mind, Borderlands was written 2007. When did the first one come out?
Something like that. Yeah, 2009 maybe even.
Yeah, let me check Borderlands. So a lot of things have changed between then and now.
Wait, there's the release of the Game of the Year again.
April
2009,
3rd,
I'm right.
2009, yeah. Teen.
Yeah.
Right.
I know about Borderlands.
No, that's the Game of the Year's edition. Check.
Borderlands.
Release date. October 20, 2009. Yes, okay. That was the Games of the
Motherfucker, you
Year
try
edition.
me again,
Yeah,
bitch.
you're right. Yeah. So the environment between 2009 and 2025 or 24 in this case has changed drastically. So they're definitely not gonna do it, even if it was R-rated. But I have a hope that is in the same vein of the Mario movie, that it can be fun even if it is family friendly.
Okay, I can kind of get your point. I can get behind it, but I don't know, man. Like, Borderlands was just always like, I guess, offensive and stuff, and I'm just like, come on.
Was it though?
I mean,
or was it just
I guess not edgy, I would say. Not offensive.
Yeah, it's edgy. It was designed to be funny, dark, or like with dark humor in the era that it was. And dark humor is very time capsuled. Like, what was dark humor 20 years ago, it's not even funny anymore nowadays. But what I would say is, I would have hoped that they wouldn't go with this actor. I would have hoped if they went with less known actors, because that meant that they would have had less fear if the movie failed. And that would have allowed them to make more.
I mean, I don't know anyone besides Kevin Hart in this, to be honest. I won't lie to you.
You don't know Jamie Lee Curtis?
Curtis?
No.
What? That's
Who's
crazy.
that, bro?
Are you dead ass?
What did he play, man?
She
was the so the thing that everyone knows her from is the coach in Glee, not their coach, but the sports coach in Glee.
That is not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, she is.
No, it's not.
Yes.
The cheerleader coach?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh,
Glee.
the old lady.
It's not.
Okay, wait.
No,
that's
not.
Jane Lynch. Sorry, that's Jane Lynch.
Yeah, I'm like,
yes,
what the fuck are you
wait, she played in Halloween. Oh, wait, I know.
She was
her.
Halloween.
Sorry.
She played in Freaky Friday. She was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. I got her confused.
No, that was like, Daniel, you're not trying to tell
also,
me.
isn't Roland the second tallest after Krieg? No, actually, the height. Although Roland is a bit taller than Kevin Hart, most likely.
Bro, they
look. It's not that bad. The second tallest would be Brick, though, not Krieg, not Roland.
Jane Lynch and Jamie Lee Curtis look fucking like the branch of the same tree. So
what are you talking? They are both older white women. That's as much as I will give you as they look alike.
Look,
they do not look alike, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what?
Controversial. All white people look the same.
Damn.
All right,
okay, buddy pal.
All right.
says the white
but
guy.
something that I'm afraid of is they are gonna make Borderlands how they made Jumanji with Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I think
That's gonna
that'll
happen.
probably be more akin to what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, from what I understand, fucking Kevin Hart doesn't play ball for less than a rack, as they say. So I'm guessing. Yeah. So you that were bitching, you know that Bobby Lee. I have here the cast for the Borderlands movie, and names that you may know. It's not only Kevin Hart, but it's Kevin Hart, Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett is the girl with the red hair. Kate Blanchett has had a huge career. You have Bobby Lee, Jack Black. Who else? That is very well known. You have Penn Jillette. And I think they are the most.
I want to see
known.
Dwayne here too. Ruined the movie for good.
Bro, I hate I wouldn't like to have The Rock. This is, I don't know. In the last few years, I've come to.
The Rock is, in my
Content
opinion,
with The
such
Rock.
a bitch ass motherfucker when it comes to being an actor. If you
Yes.
get to know, no, it's crazy. If you really get to know like what he like does behind the scenes and what kind of a person he
Yeah.
is, if the person he is off camera, he is a piece of shit, and he has
Yeah.
such a big ego that it's just sad. It is just so sad.
Yeah. Fun fact. When he got cast as Black Adam,
Yes, I wanted to talk about this, but I was like, we don't have time.
that's a very quick fun fact.
Yeah.
The Rock. So every actor has clausulas on their contracts. Some of them are like they can be naked, or they can like for example, many Christian actors aren't allowed to play an atheist or something like that. They have those clausulas written. For example, Vin Diesel has a clausula where it's like he's never gonna be seen.
Damn, it's such a clause that even you cut out, man. That's crazy.
He's never
Yeah.
gonna be what?
He's never gonna lose on a fight or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's
Dwayne is the
interesting.
king of these things. Like, for example, he has the one where it's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson can never be perceived as the bad guy in a movie. He doesn't want to like lose in a fight, and a bunch of weird shit. So that's why you had the
Both
issue
of
where
those
like,
things happen in the Mummy too.
but that was before he became vegan.
Okay,
That
I was like,
vegan.
wait a minute. I was
Keep
like,
in mind, you're talking about WWE Rock
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. We're talking about Moana.
right,
Rock.
right.
So, for example, that's why you had such a strength change for Black Adam, which Black Adam is supposed to be a very, very bad villain. Like,
Yeah,
his
right.
existence is to kill people. And instead he was...
I didn't watch
Let's-
Black Adam. I wasn't
Yeah,
compelled to.
Yeah. Let's just say in the movie, Black Adam was less than evil. Or some shit like that.
Mhm.
He was, like, morally evil. Let's say it like that. So, yeah. So, that's why... And that's why... For example... I
also gonna
forgot
talk
his
about-
name.
Are you also gonna talk
But
about
the guy who...
Go on.
I was just gonna let me finish. Yeah, well, say that's why the guy that plays Shazam is not in the movie about the villain of Shazam, because Dwayne didn't want to be outplayed by
He
someone
pushed him
else.
out of the movie. He
Yeah.
literally said he
That's
wouldn't play in
crazy.
Black Adam if the other dude was in it.
Yeah,
That's the whole
Because-
point of introducing your villain.
I know.
exactly.
Like,
So
that's how much
that's
of
why
a
the movie
bitch boy
flopped.
he is.
Yeah, and the movie
Wow.
flopped. When they were filming the Red Letter, the movie with Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
everything, he was such a shit guy that even Ryan Reynolds, one of the most industry-wide, most lovable actors, got pissed at him because The Rock will come like 5 hours, 3 hours late to the shoot.
Oh wow.
Sometimes he would not come at all. It was insane.
Yeah.
That even Ryan Reynolds like, yeah, get your shit together, bro.
Yeah. He also, like, fakes a lot of his videos on social media, which is quite interesting to me. And that is all just to promote his, like, tequila or whatever the fuck alcoholic drink he has.
Yeah.
Which is insane. It's like, I've seen this where it's like, there's like 5 or so videos where it's like, hey guys, this is me eating Five Guys for the first time. and it's every single time is the same fucking order as well in the video, which is just hilarious to me. It's the first time, guys, I'm eating this. I ordered this for a friend before, but I've never had this. And I'm like, and then, but before we do that, let's top ourselves off with my your mama's pussy juice. And I'm like, motherfucker, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Like, that's not real.
Yeah, so it was a whole thing. And that's why you have seen, like, and that's one of the reasons why he's not in that many movies anymore. Like, he still is in, like, every shit under the sun, but less than it.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't make you sound like a down-to-earth guy if you say trying McDonald's for the first time.
Yeah.
He's just like me, for real.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, yeah. It's odd. It's odd. I don't know why. Like, the thing is...
Is that tequila? Okay, thank you for confirming.
Yeah.
Your mama's pussy juice tequila. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
True.
The funny thing is, supposedly, he has a healthy life and never drinks, and he pushes at the... It's weird. It's very weird.
You wouldn't understand. It's
I mean, tequila
look, that doesn't fall.
He is the kind of guy
realm.
to wake up at 4 a.m. and then make one of those motivational videos.
Yeah, look.
And that's his whole day. He just wake up. Actually, guys, today I woke up at 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah, he just keeps going back to the point where he wakes up at 6 or something, 6 p.m. Like keeps pulling it back.
The other person that is like that, but actually, it shows that it just comes to how the world perceives you is very different how you are as a human being. It's like John Cena. Supposedly everyone sees him as a bad actor. I found him a bad actor, but every time that John Cena is on screen, he pretends to be. He doesn't have to pretend to be a nice guy. Instead, he is very chill.
Yeah.
He's very
Have you
everything,
seen the interview of him and like a grandma? No, it's like so wholesome, man. It's crazy.
The only thing that I find hilarious is like both Cena and The Rock push on never using steroids.
I know. I think he actually confirmed that he did, John Cena.
I don't know, but he has this interview with Howard. I forgot his name.
Howard Stern.
Stern, thank you. Where he's like, no, I'm all natural. And it's like, brother, your muscles are the size of my brain.
Yeah, I'm naturally like Joe Taro.
It's like, yeah, it's like the...
Yada.
Look, I get that you have to push it, and maybe now you're clean, but then don't say you've been natural your entire life. Like, I look at The Rock and he's like, I'm natural. I'm naturally full of steroids, though, right? Like, come on, bro. No one is that strong. Like, maybe if... I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I've known people that are like, the thing is he's built it, whatever, fucking, I won't get into, I don't do shit, I'm a lazy fucker, so I don't do shit about it, but just don't, when you have influence on younger people, don't lie about doing steroids or not. That creates a lot of self-esteem issues in a world where self-esteem is already hard to come by. So, just be honest. I mean, at this point, who gives a fuck if it is steroids?
Yeah, it's also become way more normalized for like wrestlers or even actors to just come out with it.
Yeah. If you're not like competing in something,
who cares?
Then it's like totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you shouldn't do steroids just to look good.
No, I'm not saying to look good, but like if you're doing it to like, you're trying to convince me that like people are getting these like movie fits.
No.
Like,
but
I'm not endorsing it, but I'm saying like I'm not losing sleep over it.
I believe my stand on it is I believe we shouldn't support the use of steroids, but it's pointless on hiding it. Like objectively, steroids are bad for you. That is the objective truth. They
what do you mean? You don't want shriveled balls, man? Come on.
The balls is the least. look, the balls is the least of your issue. Like at that
I
point,
feel
who
like
gives
that's
a
a
fuck?
pretty big issue.
I mean,
I feel like that's pretty
in-
close to the top for me.
in comparison to what it does to your heart and liver, it's nothing. Like little tiny testicle balls in comparison to a heart that is working on minimum wage in China at this point, it's not good. So yeah,
No, we're going for that raisin size. New personal record, boys.
Yeah.
You can get a heart
I mean-
transplant. You can't get a ball transplant, Daniel.
Oh yeah, what's this?
No, but you can get a ball in like replacement to get an implant, and you have huge balls.
This is a Rick
So-
and Morty, man. All right.
Okay, guys, wait. First of all, Z,
Before that, fun fact: you can get a little PP thing that if you have like the erectile dysfunction works in a way that. So basically, you get a little.
Why are you laughing about
Why?
that, man?
What the
Because
fuck
I'm
was
gonna laugh. So once
can't do that.
your dingy doesn't work, instead of taking Viagra, there is this thing where you get like they take a testicle out because you're not gonna use it at this point anymore, and they connect a small balloon. So whenever you're gonna get hard, you have to pump your own balls.
Stop.
Yeah.
What?
So you can go like
You go like,
like you can go like
you go like
you
and you
can,
go
you
like,
can
you
become
get-
like a fucking clown. You can oh my god.
So
You can
everyone's just
hunk
gonna
the
make fun
nose,
of you.
man.
Yeah, you're gonna get like kicked in the nuts, and you're just gonna be bricked up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know if it is the standard practices anymore, but that was the technology used for people that couldn't get Viagra because Viagra fucks with your heart. So they were like, we're gonna put a balloon and you have to conk the nose of the clown to get starting. But yeah.
The topic says the boys, but at this point, I'm gonna call it honk honk.
Honk, honk.
But yeah,
Okay, Z, I wanted to ask you, like, how
Yeah,
strapped
yeah.
for time are you? Because, like, we have, like, nothing done when it comes to topics, but technically we have 3 minutes left, and I don't know if there's any topics you guys still want to talk about.
I'm fine pushing the topics till later because I definitely
I don't have any-
eat at
I
some
mean-
point. I have something at 1.
we
Still
need
gotta
topics
make
for the
lunch.
next time, right? So better to have some extra. What we can end is, give me your 30 seconds review of the Elden Ring DLC.
It's just me dying a lot, but I love it. Like, it's so much fun because I just like having like another world to explore. It like brings me back to just like the beginning of when Elden Ring was out. I was telling Daniel, I still haven't beat the dancing lion yet. The first like 3 or 4 times I fought him, I got him to like 25% health, and I was like, I'm fucking him, like I'm cooking. And then the next 40 times I fought him, he 2-shot me, and all of that was pretty early on. So I don't know what happened, but like I have absolutely. I just need to get good, but I just stopped like trying to fight him, and I just like started exploring, and like since then I beat like 6 or 7 bosses now, but none of them were cinematic bosses. But that's besides the point. But I'm having a lot of fun, like just kind of getting to explore the world again and like learn what different mobs do and which enemies I need to avoid at absolutely all costs.
The fucking dancers that throw you their knife. Those
Oh,
cunts.
Yeah, I ran into them. I'm getting cooked by a lot of things, but I'm having fun learning more stuff.
By the way,
and getting a
may I
healthy
add-
dose of souls at least.
Yeah. The one that makes me eat blood is wait, Virgil, what do you mean with DSC topic? Explain. Maybe we can have it for the next time. But yeah, so what I was gonna say is there is this new knights that have like the helmet of a eagle that have like 2 swords. Brother in Christ, I thought they were like normal, and they are normal average enemies that appear here and there, and somehow they're stronger than fucking Millennia.
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to think. I don't know that I fought one of those. Is there one of those at the castle? Like right before you get to those like dead birds? Oh yeah, those things suck. I just rushed it the first time, and I like managed to kill him, and I was like, "Oh shit, these guys are easy." And then like, I died at one point, and so I was like, "Oh, let me go kill this dude for my easy 4K souls," and then he just murked me, and I was like, "Oh well."
That's literally me against. I'm playing against. So I'm in Dark Souls 3, but I'm fighting Pontiff, I think. Like the motherfucker with like ice and fire swords, who is just like a fucking like swords master, and he doesn't let you breathe. It's pretty fun so far. I died 20 times. Pretty good.
Having a blast.
Yeah.
What I love about it is like in the new DLC there is so basically the DLC kind of restarts your stats without restarting your stats. So you have to fucking pick up this shit called like Shadow Trees Fragment, which is the way that they make you go fucking pick up shit around the world and explore. And I have to tell you, they do make a difference. But
oh, for sure.
I finished the DLC and like I think I 100%ed it. I would say I killed every boss and got killed by every enemy, I should say. But I killed every boss. And yeah, so Dr. Potion said mimic tears. These motherfuckers did a very interesting thing in the DLC, and that is every fucking boss has a introduction attack. So the moment you cross the wind, the mist, they attack you directly by crossing distance, so they don't allow you to summon your mimic or shit like that. So you have to
bullshit.
Yeah, you have to get.
Oh, you gotta find an opening. And
I'm like, please. So dumb. I'm like, please let me summon the true Elden Lord. Like, I'm just a friend, bro. The real guy is just let me call him, please.
If I could take as many hits as that guy, I'd be the Elden Lord too. What the fuck?
Also, someone said something about Power Rangers. Just a little quick review, like literally 30 seconds. I also watched the Go Loser Ranger. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Oh, so good, yeah.
Good. I would say it's a solid 6.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you can. Go on.
Excuse the fuck out of me. What don't you like about it?
I mean,
I didn't watch it.
Okay, maybe I was going into it into the wrong, like from wrong mindset, but someone sold it to me as, oh, this is The Boys, but Power Rangers. And I'm like, okay, let's go, you know?
Yeah, it's like the Power Rangers are corrupt.
Yeah, that's it. But I was like, okay, like, so like there's gotta be guts everywhere. I love it here.
No,
oh my god, yes.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
please.
So you're just mad because it's not gore.
I mean, it's like the same amount of gore like My Hero, you know? It's like the plot itself is fine. Like, I like it so far. It's only the first season, so I feel like there's a lot of setup, but I really like I guess the universe, like how it's like the thing with like the boss monsters with the dusters and shit. That is very cool. I feel like that's a very interesting concept, and I hope they go in a like I hope they make it more interesting, but it's already pretty good. When it comes to plot, it's good. But like I don't know, it's a 6. It's a solid 6. It's not bad.
It's a 6 because it's not bloody or gore.
That's not true.
Exactly.
Dumb.
That's not true. It's a solid 6 because I'm missing things, man. Like I don't know.
Like the blood and guts.
Yeah.
That's what you're missing.
If it doesn't have gore, it's not good for Chris.
Yeah, real and true.
That's why he doesn't like a slice of life.
Story.
Oh,
So,
we didn't even talk about
my...
Kappa Kaiju. I mean, Kaiju no 8.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
We can. I mean, nobody cares about my review of the Elden Ring. I was just gonna say get good because the last boss took me like 5 hours and a half. That was like 300 deaths. I had to respect. By the way, if you explain the DLC, just let me give you a small piece of advice that it took me too long. Is don't be proud of your build. If you think that your build is the best shit ever, and mostly if you use a dexterity build, I'm an anime character. The katana power is not on your side. Like, get wrecked, motherfucker. One of the things that I learned is like, so bleed is still a very powerful status effect, but chill, my son, chill. If you
I don't care about my build. I just use drip.
See, the thing is, you can dress this DLC has the best clothing in like
Oh yeah.
when
it's
it comes to
fire.
fashion styles, this DLC has it. When it comes to weapons, it has the prettiest weapons ever. But yeah, so get ready to change your build and go Unga Bunga. You're gonna have to. You're like, I
Fashion.
gave up at some point, and I'm not gonna spill the beans. First, I was in New Game +1, which is already done.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Get cooked.
And I went to fight the last boss with a dexterity build based on Millennia because I love the Millennia weapon. I had around 80 on dexterity, and that's enough to kill most of the shits. Now I'm a 90 strength build, and that's all I say.
All right. Any final words before we raid over to Toya?
I went to a Comic-Con.
Let me check.
Oh, wait. Right. I need to show off your fucking thing, man. Oh my god. I
Yeah,
almost
talk
forgot.
about that. I'm gonna check if Toya is not ending. Okay, Toya.
Yes, please do. So tell us about this picture, Z.
Oh, so this one was, we went to the Renaissance Fair this last year, and we wanted to go, or last week, we wanted to go for the Pirates Week, but it was like 105 degrees, and Angela worked. So we went last week instead, but there were still plenty of people dressed up as pirates.
Right.
And so we went as the Straw Hat crew. It was
Question?
absolutely elite. What's up?
Oh yeah.
So you went to a medieval fair dressed like pirates?
It was, supposed to be for Pirates Weekend. They have different events every weekend.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna criticize.
Wait,
it,
may I
but
show a
then I
video? No,
remembered.
you may not show a video, Virgil. I assume if it's about Devil May Cry, because that was also your question. I'm sorry, we're not doing any video requests.
Your topic is please. I read that you wanted to talk about the story of Devil May Cry, but please, talk. Can you expand a little bit on it? It will be awesome.
Devil May
I
Cry
do
3,
wanna talk
like
about
the
it.
lore he wanted to talk about.
Yeah. But
And then
still,
and then this one. So this is super
This is
cool. It's
so
like a
fucking
double
sick,
helix.
man.
So like if you start at the bottom left,
Bottom left, okay?
yeah. So it actually follows the story.
Oh my
of Naruto.
god, it does!
And then like as you go up and to the right, it like shows everything that Naruto did, and then the top right is all like Shippuden Naruto.
Yeah.
And then the bottom, and then they like meet back in the middle, and at the bottom right, it starts with Sasuke's story.
Yeah, I
where
saw that. I
he
went to
sections
bottom
the
right
clash.
first, but that is
Yeah.
so sick,
So
man.
like it's like how they clash and then meet back at the top.
Yeah, it's
When they
insane. This
fight
looks
Kage, and it's-
awesome.
I love this so much because the more I looked at it, like the more
Yeah.
stuff I found, and I was like so hyped. I was like showing Angela when she got back because she was on this backpacking trip in Washington, and I was like, "There's this and like there's all these different
Yeah,
things."
where'd you get
And then
this, man? Fuck.
and then she points it out and she goes, "Oh, and then like the whole thing is a background of Naruto's head."
yeah.
And I was
Is it?
What? What
the fuck? I just
like,
noticed
I
the
had no
fucking.
idea.
I just
had no
noticed
idea.
the what they're called, the fucking Hokage,
Yeah,
like
man.
fucking mounted here. I'm just noticing more stuff too. That's
Don't
crazy.
you see that the little clouds around the name of Naruto are supposed to be his whiskers?
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, sure
yeah.
enough.
Oh, here, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I love this because like every time I've looked at it, it's been like, what? Like it's like seeing something different. Like the whole Sasuke retrieval arc, it's like mirrored on the other side too. Like, oh, it's so good, man. I love it. I love
That
it.
is insane. Where'd you get this, man? I need this.
This was it was at one of the booths at Comic-Con. And I got there and we looked at everything.
You need
So I'm
this.
like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
gonna buy something. And this
Where's
was like
Jiraiya?
the second to last booth that we got to. And I saw this and I had like chills. Just like looking at this, and then the guy came over and was like, "Oh yeah, the stories like intertwine and like wrap back around and then meet back at the top." And I was just like, "What?" And I was just losing my mind. Like they have like the water thing.
Yeah.
That, like when they fight and like
Here,
they show the
yeah.
back blown out for Rasengan. Like it's so legit,
That is
man. I love this.
insane, man.
I love this.
Where did you get
This
it?
is my big purchase. I would need to. I think I have the card downstairs, but I'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah, this is gonna be
for,
like my new like
artist.
poster for Naruto, man. Like what?
Yeah,
I
need to buy a frame.
Is it like a picture or what is the white background? Can you like? Is it like?
Yeah. So it's just all this print.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's like the photographic
sheet,
paper,
it's
I
like
think.
It's a 36 by 24. Like it's freaking huge.
Yeah.
because like the bottom is not labeled. So
Yeah,
I thought,
it's
It
like
just
still all
crooked
rolled
because-
up, so I was
yeah.
trying to like pull it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it was like rolled up. Yeah.
Yeah. But now this is like, I freaking love it, man. I love it.
scan this shit and send the PDF prop or go check the artist.
Send the PDF,
yeah.
bro. Oh, that's crazy.
How about we support the artist, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Just make it.
I definitely supported the artist. I
Yeah.
was like, hell yeah. I was like, and I was like ready to spend $100. And he's like, oh, it's like $90 for the big print. I was like, take my money now.
Take my money.
Take my money now.
That is so insane. What the fuck? That is
90
epic.
is worth it for the size. 90 is worth it if it is done by like not hand but like digitally by hand. Then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is very cool. 10
Yeah,
out of 10.
And I saw that there was like a bunch of different art stuff. Like there was a bunch of chibis and like
Yes.
a bunch of
Yes.
Yeah. There was this one. The other thing I was gonna buy, it was this Elden Ring like realism drawing, and it was like looking out over the lakes of Liurnia.
Oh.
And it had like the capital in the back. Dude, it was so sick. He wanted 120 for it. I was like,
Damn.
There was this-
but I can't drop like $200 today. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Brother, last week I almost went broke, like fully broke, because I saw two things that I was about to buy in 2 seconds. One was a meter-long print of Lera, the new character of Elden Ring,
Yeah.
the promotional art, and the other one was a fucking 50 centimeters, no more, like 50-60 centimeters statue of Radan.
Oh,
I
dang.
saw it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy it. It was like $400 and I was like, I have to eat. Oh, no.
Damn.
I choose
And then
life.
I saw a 1,500 euros, like fucking 90 centimeters, of gods. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, that's my like 1,500 is like my rent for half a year, and I was like, like I bet if I live under a bridge, holding the statue will give me enough heat.
Yeah. Okay. Any final remarks?
Yeah, sorry, I went off.
No, that was fucking epic, dude. Like when I zoomed in, I was like, that's crazy, man.
Awesome. So, where can they find you? See, you're not streaming anymore, so
No,
they can
I'm
find you.
retired. I'm retired.
Yeah.
When will the Return of the King happen, huh?
That's a great question. Now that I'm a coach as well, my free time is non-existent.
How's track going, by the way?
Track's good. We have so we finished our season back in May, like beginning of May was the state meet, and now we're doing like off-season stuff, and we have our last summer meet, and then I get to take a 3-month break until indoor season, and we start it all back up again. So it's fun. I'm actually gonna jump this Thursday.
Ooh.
We'll
How
see
do
how
you-
that goes. I'll update you guys on
Yeah,
that.
I wish you luck, man.
placed? Yeah. How do your team placed by the end of the season?
By the end of the season, we did all right. We just missed. We got all-state honors, but we didn't have anyone actually finish all-state or all-American. So that was a little bit of a bummer. But one of my kids that graduated, he's gonna keep going in track, and so I've been doing a lot of work with him.
Nice.
And, just getting him ready for college, and I got two sophomores that are about to be juniors, so their third year of high school, and I think they're both going to be like, this year will be a good growing year for them, and their senior year, like I'm hoping both of them will be like competing for a state title for football. So
Let's go, coach.
I'm excited. I'm not a teacher, Potions. I'm just a coach.
No, he's a
I'm
sensei
structural
to you,
engineer
bitch.
otherwise.
He's more important. He's a coach.
Yeah.
I try to stay as busy as possible.
I'm guessing Chris is back to regular stream, so you're gonna be back on
Back
Wednesday.
to streaming for this week. After this week, I'll most likely be on like a small leave, health reasons.
Okay.
But besides that, doing pretty good. We're also gonna be doing more content, which is like the anime stuff. And besides that, since I'm currently like it's my vacation time, I guess I will be putting more content out on the TikTok and also in general the long form stuff, like the podcast that finally needs to get edited. I'm gonna have so much fun editing 28 episodes and so many other VODs. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Chris isn't busy at all.
No.
He's actually
and I also
struggling to fill his time.
Also, guys, I passed my first school year as a applied psychologist. I got all my marks. I have my special boy diploma. Got all my points. And
What does that mean, by the way? Like,
Oh, yeah,
how does the Netherlands work? Is your degree done, or just the first year of?
No, that's the
degree?
first year. So in the first year, if you get all the points, you get like a special diploma where like you can actually just fuck off, and you can start up your education 10 years later even. But it's basically like a checkpoint for you for like you're very good, and you can also change schools even, and it's like also on your resume that you're Gigamind. And I needed to fight for that shit. So I had a problem where like there was a thing where with plagiarism, I talked about this on stream for a long time. But basically, I was flagged for plagiarism. In the end, it was like a whole ass court thing, by the way. I needed to go like 2v1. There was a motherfucker like writing shit down, and there was a bitch asking me questions, and then the motherfucker started asking me questions too. And like I actually had to go 2v1 to I guess explain my side of the story, and that I can still get my marks for the thing that was supposedly plagiarized. And I won. And
nice, congrats.
Yeah, fuck them. Because they really, my institution is run by monkeys. Like it's a very small snippet because I know we need to wrap it up for Z, because like otherwise this is gonna be insane.
I will just advise not to talk poorly about your institution on stream. I know you've done it before, but
I will do it again. Just small thing. Okay,
oh my God.
For example, you had this form to
Yeah.
fill out to actually like get your case revised, I guess, right? And in the form, it states to give the date of like the decision, right? I wrote that down, and then I also gave like a screenshot of the email of their decision, right? And then I get an email back with like, "Where is the date of the decision?" And I'm like, "Are you mentally ill? Do you not know when you sent your own fucking email, you mongoloid?" But anyways,
Yeah.
I, as the person I am, I'm like, "Oh, no worries." And then I made a red rectangle around the fucking date, and then I sent it's in the top right. And then they were like, "Okay, we can see it now." And then it miraculously passed. It's insane.
Welcome to the review process for engineering plans.
Exactly.
You didn't include this. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't do this, and they have to like come up with something else, and it's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Chris fights like this is his boss battle for us is on Monday. Advice to our viewers: don't talk shit about your institution if you're on stream. You never know.
I'm gonna light up after I fucking graduate. After I graduate, I'm gonna light up everyone on the stand. Everyone, the whole faculty.
Oh my God.
I am not responsible, nor I.
Them.
Hey, as a co-host, I do not condone nor support the way he speaks about it. Just saying, no. Just saying.
He's in it.
If in the future there is a article news, let me be clear as water. I do not condone his statement, and I'm guessing our coach doesn't do that either. See, save your ass.
we are not affiliated with this individual.
Yeah, exactly. We're distancing ourselves. We only know him on passing.
Yeah.
I've actually never
Okay.
met this man. No.
So now you have 2 years left.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're an applied psychologist.
Yeah. I can
So you
start
cannot-
my own practice too. Yeah.
But you cannot do clinical
damn.
psychology.
It depends.
So my main question is, if I fuck up in the future, are you gonna be able to prescribe me fentanyl?
I don't think that
I
works.
don't think
like
so.
that.
So okay, so the difference between applied psychologist and clinical psychologist is clinical psychologist can subscribe
Right.
medication. I don't know if Chris would. That's why
That's
I'm,
not the field I want to work in. I just
Damn.
wanna hear all the gossip from all the marriages and I want to be a marriage counselor for those that don't know. So
That was my long con, was to get to prescribe things from Chris.
Yeah,
Years of friendship wasted.
yeah, friendship wasted. Yeah. So you're not gonna be a doctor. You're just gonna be a psychologist, right? I'm just asking. You don't have to answer if you don't want to care.
No, not a doctor. I'm gonna, as I said, marriage counselor. So I'm gonna.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That's cool. Cool. That sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean it. To
Yeah,
sound
I was about to say. Like,
Totally did. I was like, what a dick.
Yeah. No, I'm cool.
imagine Dr. Chris, those poor
Yeah.
kids. And Daniel, where can we find you? What's up with you?
You can find me crying under a river. That's normal. I'm almost done as well with my degree.
Nice.
Fighting for my life. Kids, if you're an engineer, never do something related to build, to like picture processing and image processing. Stay away from it. It's shit. Don't touch it. Fuck PyTouch. No, actually, it's very useful, but still, fuck it. I've cried blood for the last 3 months. I've had to read more about documentation than when I immigrated. So, just saying. But yeah, you can just find me here whenever we do the next podcast, boys.
Right. And is Toya still streaming? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
epic.
He doesn't say anything about ending. So you could technically go.
Okay.
He's playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Ooh, epic. Here's the raid message for you guys if you want to send it. Thank you so much for joining in on like maybe 29th episode, one of those of the podcast. I hope you guys had fun. We certainly had a lot of interesting conversations on the podcast today. We had a lot of fun laughs. I liked this one. This one was very good. What do you boys think about fentanyl?
Bro, that's a
Element.
question.
That's a question for another podcast, another episode.
For another one. Yeah. Episode 30.
Yeah, episode 30.
Exactly.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we're done.
That's too funny.
Okay.